sports for you right here, Woodward Sports.
Yeah.
I play with that gorilla. You hear me?
Okay. You have a Tesla. You float here.
Welcome to the Blank and Bell Show. I'm Blank. Some people call me Stick, but yeah, no, filling in. And Joique, you got some new teammates coming on board. We got some plans coming for you. I am not the full-time fix, so anybody watching right now, it's like, damn it, I've had enough of this guy in the mornings.
Yeah.
This is just a temporary thing.
Just a temporary. You know what's funny? So we're trying to come up with a new name for the show. And one name that Stick came up with was the Big D Show. I don't like it. I didn't like it. And so I added a twist to it. I sound like the Big D Energy Sports Talk Show.
I like it, man.
The Big D Energy Talk Show. Do you guys like that? Do you guys like Answer the Bell? Do you guys want something more? You know, I think
Joique and Friends.
Could I ask real quick, what would my placement be if we're talking about Big D Energy? I mean, I've got a lot of kids, but I don't really have that vibrator.
No. Big D Energy doesn't have anything to do with having a big D. Being blessed.
Okay.
Been blessed.
Detroit.
It's
big
just
Detroit
energy. The Big D. It's Big D like Detroit.
Right, but if you have BDE, it's like you walk around with confidence. Maybe I just need to start working on that.
No, I think you just need to move to Detroit for a while and try to get that swag.
The mean streets of Holly or beautiful Detroit. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
I would love to see art functioning in Detroit. Because when I lived in Detroit.
I was born in Detroit.
Yeah, but like you didn't live in Detroit.
Yeah, I did till I was 10, 7 Mile and
Okay.
Yeah,
I also grew up 7 Mile in Shiawassee till I was like 4 or 5
so
years old.
So we're beefing.
And then I moved back down to the Jeffersonian when I was about 20 years old, and like walking into party stores.
Are you in Jefferson right now?
No, not now.
Okay.
No, this was back in like 2003, 2004.
Oh, you walk into that party store across the street?
Across the street? Oh, dude, I used to ball out at Irma Henderson Park right there. I'd be the only white person balling, and they would call me Dirk. They would call me Darko. They would call me all sorts of names. But it's honestly, it's a different experience when you're the minority. I'm saying that with all sincerity. Like when I'm the only white guy in the room, it was very strange. People just look at me weird walking into a party store like, what the hell is this guy doing here? Yeah. But you ball down there? We gotta go play, man.
Yeah, so it's funny. A friend of mine actually put that court, he put a brand new court right there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So Josh Jackson actually built a brand new court there. And last summer I was in there every week.
That's awesome.
A couple days a week, go down there, go hoop. No one knew who I was. It was great.
Yeah. Irma Henderson lived in the Jeffersonian when I was there. She was actually on my floor. She had like the whole end of the building, and I had just like my little 800 square foot apartment, but she had like the whole end of the building. Super sweet lady, and obviously a pillar in Detroit too. So yeah, that's a good park, man.
Yeah, it's a good park. It is.
Like
good
that.
times.
Joique, you and I, man, like not only do we play softball together, like we're on this show now together, and we could go hoop in Detroit together.
Don't try and steal our friendship, okay? Joique has made it abundantly clear how close we are, both in work and outside of work.
We definitely have no connections outside of this network.
You're not wrong.
You guys play video games. You got the video game connection.
We haven't played video games.
We haven't played video games since last year.
Yeah,
really?
It's been a while. Yeah.
I just imagine Art always like hitting you up, like, "Hey, man, you want to play video games right now?" And you just blow him
I
off.
did that for a while, and then after, it's like the girlfriend that doesn't want to talk to you anymore.
It's funny because I haven't played Call of Duty months, and I played it last night. I was actually playing during the game because the game was so terrible. It was so terrible last night.
What?
Yeah.
That game was amazing last night. What was terrible about it?
What quarter was you watching?
Okay, I'll give you this. First quarter, Suns got their ass kicked. Second quarter, Bucks got their ass kicked. Second half, it was a back and forth game, man. Like the Suns kept trying to break through that 6 to 4 point barrier. You didn't know if they were ever going to do it. Giannis was playing out of his fucking mind yesterday.
Chris Paul didn't take over the game.
Right.
Devin Booker just kept taking shots, 8 for 22. I mean, we can go on and on. I didn't see any energy. They played flat. Chris Paul wasn't even running back to get back on defense. It's like, it's win or go home. Refs are missing fouls. That was a foul right there.
Right.
They didn't call it. They just missed. It was crazy. I just didn't enjoy it. Like, after the first quarter, I stopped watching the game because I was so frustrated on what I saw. I saw no urgency. It's just like it was a regular season or like a regular season game, and then at the end of the game, Chris Paul tries to pick it up in the last minute of the game and start taking more shots. Like, you should have been doing that the entire game.
I do agree with you on the urgency thing. I think the Suns missed that literally the last 4 games, like the old Duke defense slapping the floor, getting out there, being physical.
It's an embarrassment.
You didn't see that for a championship. Like, this is a championship. This is your legacy on the line.
Embarrassing. Like, what I saw these last 4 games, how do you win the first 2 and then let them win 4 in a row?
Well,
I mean, it's probably happened before. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it for a team.
Well, the thing about the first 2 games, you got to remember, Giannis was recovering from that horrible leg injury where he snapped his knee backwards. So it wasn't really Giannis. And as you saw last night, only 5 players for the Bucks scored. Only 5. That's it. They only rotated 7.
Giannis, they had 105 points. One player had about 40% of those points. Giannis had 50 points.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Giannis had about 50 points last night. They scored 105. You got a guy scoring 50, and the other team are turning the ball over, slipping and falling, missing wide open shots, not boxing out, not playing fundamental basketball, put a body on a body. It was hard to watch, man. It was eye cringing. It was almost like watching a movie with bad actors. It was cringe, like it was like hard to watch.
Yeah, it literally, like you said, to the Suns, it seemed like they were coming out and just expecting the game to go their way. They weren't like in people, they weren't up guarding, they weren't defending.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this, their coach Monty Williams, he took this loss hard. Did you see what he said after the game?
I saw what he said after the game, and I also saw what he said in the locker room to the Bucks team.
Yeah, do you think that's weird that he went in the locker room?
No, I don't think it's weird. I don't think it's weird. I think it was a class act. I think it was, went in there, congratulated them, and I don't think it was weird. I mean, he could have just let them have their glory, but like him going over there and giving them their roses and flowers, I don't think there was anything wrong with that. I don't think it was weird.
I'm on the fence with it because, imagine you're on the Lions, you win the Super Bowl, and I know Matt Nagy's in our division, but say Nagy comes over into your locker room to congratulate you. I don't want to hear from you right now. Like, this is about us.
I don't think it was that big of a deal. I think it was just, if Belichick comes over and says, I mean, different strokes for different folks.
Did you see this part, though? Look at the old guy in the back with the big bottle. Almost shatters it. Watch, he's drinking. Whoop. Picks it right up. Here. Right here. Whoop.
I love it. I wish that guy was, like, related to me. Like, that was my uncle.
Yeah.
He seems like he knows how to have a good time.
Yeah. So, I gave him the roses, gave him flowers, show respect, pay homage, made him a better coach, made him a better team, shook their hands and said, now you guys enjoy yourselves, and it's tough because I really wanted to see Chris Paul win because he's on his last leg, and for him to go into this game and not have the urgency that entire game where everything's on the line, like you literally have everything to lose. Like you have everything to lose here, and so you need to be out there, take as many shots as you can possibly.
Here's what Monty had to say. If you guys want to check out the audio real quick, he was very emotional during the press conference.
It's hard to get here, and I wanted it so bad, It's hard to process right now. It's hard, That's all.
Thank you, Coach.
That'd be so tough to get that close.
Mm-hmm. Get that close. You're right there. You have your star players. Chris Paul went 11 for 19. Devin Booker went 8 for 22. And then you go to the other side. You go to the other side now. Let's go to Giannis. Giannis shot 16 for 25, 50 points, 14 rebounds, 2 assists. I don't know how many blocks. I don't even know how many blocks he had.
He had
5 blocks. Drew Holiday played great defensively. Played 46 minutes.
The emotions come
but
pouring
he shot
out.
4 for 19. He
One of the greatest nights in Milwaukee.
12 points, 11 assists. But at the end of the day, he came in, he did what he had to do defensively.
Yeah, I knew the Suns were in trouble when Frank Kaminsky made an appearance. Like, what are you doing? This is the NBA Finals Game 6, and now you're going to decide to throw this rotation player in there like he's going to be the missing link? Like, no, Chris Paul played better. Booker, play better. You're the stars. Be the stars.
Yeah.
Like, Joique, have you ever been on a team where you've had, like, the guy, and then in a big moment, he's kind of faded away, and it's like the whole team's like, bro, what happened?
What happened? It's just like most of those shots that he took, he went 11 for 19, but probably 3 or 4 of those shots probably came in the last minute, 2 minutes of the game.
Right.
Like, why weren't you shooting the ball when you saw that Devin Booker? He was off the last game. He started cold this game. Chris Paul, I mean, he even came out. He was cold. He went 0 for 2, 0 for 3 his first 2 or 3 shots.
I mean, the first 5 minutes of that game was just garbage. What was it, like 6-6 after 7 minutes of play?
Man, it wasn't. I felt like I was watching a preseason game in that first quarter. That's what it felt like.
That's understandable.
Do you guys think that Giannis is the #1 player in the NBA right now?
Who? Say his name again?
Stop it. Giannis.
Try again.
I think it's just Giannis.
You know what? I'm sorry, Fish. I'm going to turn my target to you. I'm sorry that I'm not the international
11-11.
UN of,
Hey, all right, it's 11-11.
Got to show shout out to
Sorry.
Greece.
Hey, got vibrators. Are all of our vibrators on? Stick?
I'm new to the show. What's going on?
And so,
I tell him that he has bad vibrations on this show. And he doesn't know what vibration is, so he calls them vibrators.
So you're literally taking the thing he's trying to coach you on.
no,
and
I'm
you're
just
turning it
saying.
into worse thing.
My vibrator's on, but it doesn't seem like yours is, Stick.
I have good vibrations. That's all I roll with, man.
No, vibrators.
Oh,
No, vibrations.
Those stay in the drawer.
Yeah. All right, let's go back to Giannis.
Giannis. Giannis Rhea.
If it makes me feel any better, I have to call the fighters nicknames because I'm dyslexic and, can't.
Say his last name, Hart. What's his last name?
Oh, boy.
Giannis. I'm not even going to try.
Fish, will you school this man?
Antetokounmpo.
One more time.
Antetokounmpo.
Nails it. He nails every syllable in that name, and it's a tough name.
Antetokounmpo. Why do I say it like Borat when I'm
Very
trying to...
nice.
Oh, my goodness. You know what that
Welcome
name
to the
is?
show, everyone.
What's that?
You know what that name, you know the origin of that name?
I do not. Enlighten me.
No, go ahead, Fish. It's what?
Greek.
You uncultured
Greek.
swine!
Greek.
Yeah. Yasu.
You're going to
Well,
say
he's from Greece.
Yeah, like is
Played
he from
on the-
Is he from Greece?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like born and raised?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's known as the Greek Freak.
He's the Greek Freak, yeah.
He was drafted.
Wait, time out. You're shitting on me for not getting his name right. I know he's from Greece. They have posters up everywhere where he's at.
They do.
No, because first of all,
Played on the Greek national team. Go Greece.
I know he's from there. He was raised there.
Okay.
But I thought his family was from like Africa and then or something like that. I could be wrong.
That I don't know the dissension of his family. I just know like he played Euro ball before he was drafted in the NBA, and then I was in Athens 3 years ago.
Do you watch European basketball, Stick?
What's that?
Do you watch European basketball, Stick?
I do. I watch sometimes.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
Fish
I
loves
have
anything
friends-
foreign.
Yeah, I have friends who play in the European League, so it's pretty dope.
A kid I played Little League basketball with made it to the French national team, I believe his name. Ben Dewar. Are you familiar with a Ben Dewar, Fish?
I am not, but I'll look him up right now
Yeah,
and
look
give him
him up.
credit.
I went to grade school with him. I played Little League basketball with him, and he ended up going to play.
no.
Is right.
Adam's behind our.
We have to stop everything. Joique, do you hear a slight little buzz, a slight little noise?
No, I don't. And I have my headphones on.
Right. But usually there's a nice little cool
Yeah, there's definitely
air
a
in here.
buzz that hits your headphones.
Yeah, so
and
I don't.
all I hear is.
Can you maybe make a demand that the air needs to be turned back on?
Who just turned it off?
I'm not going to point any fingers.
Adam, did you just turn the air off? Adam, if you don't turn that air back on, I swear, like everything. You know what? Let's go to break real quick. Can I tell you about Northwestern Tech? Can I tell you about Northwestern Tech? This started a career in an industry that is always essential. The heating and cooling industry. And speaking of heating and cooling, he's turning the air back on right now.
Because he went to Northwestern Tech.
Learn more today by visiting northwesterntech.edu. Stay tuned. Joique Bell Stick, Blank and Bell. Woodward Sports.
Tony is a third-generation logger that has a simple, practical approach to life and work. That's why his Coast DX342 knife is perfect for him. The stainless steel blade is rust-resistant and made for all-weather use. And the double roll-lock safety ensures that it will never inadvertently close when he doesn't want it to. That's why Coast is trusted tough.
Yeah, so all that talk about Chris Paul and Devin Booker, Bridges, them not stepping up, you got to give some kudos to Giannis going out there and being dominant.
Yeah.
I remember when people would talk about the things that made Kevin Durant great, and they would talk about the things that Giannis couldn't do, what he can't do. He can't step back and shoot the three. You know, he can't do this. But when you look back, you got to look at all the things he can do. You know, being dominant in the paint, being able to attack the basket, being able to finish, and then being one of the most improved free throw shooters, and probably in the history of the game. I mean, how many free throws did he miss yesterday?
2. 17 of 19 after shooting like 35% the entire postseason.
Yeah.
Game 6, 50-point game. Dude drops 17 of 19 from the line.
You know what? And that's the guy who wants it.
Right.
Right. That's the guy who, you know what? Because if he misses 6 of those threes or 7, it can change the momentum of the game.
For sure.
No, seriously, it can change the momentum of the game.
Well, it changes the whole strategy of the game because if he's not making his free throws, what are they doing? The old hack-a-shack rules. That's what they were doing early on in the finals, is putting them on the line. Then you know the crowd's chanting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the dude's missing constantly. So it became a weakness, and he turned it into a massive strength. I don't think I've ever seen somebody turn it around that quickly.
And just. I don't know what he worked on. I don't know what he did, but I understand when you shooting those free throws, it's really kind of like football, game of inches. Like you have to really work on your free throw. You got to get into your position. You got to get into your routine, and then once you repeat it over and over and over, it kind of becomes redundant. You kind of get used to it.
What do you think of Ryan's comment? He says, "Whoa, we're comparing Giannis to Durant now."
You can make that comparison.
I'm not gonna say I'm gonna make that comparison.
I am.
I would say Kevin Durant is a more complete player than Giannis. I would say at this point right now in their career that Giannis is a more dominant player.
That's it. Kevin Durant's always going to be a pure scorer, better shot, all that.
Yeah, all of that.
But when it comes to size, strength, mobility, I mean, that all goes to Giannis now. Giannis is a defensive player of the year. Durant's never been a defensive player of the year.
Being able to attack the basket and finish, I would give that to Giannis. And then how can you sit here and argue over a guy that's league MVP 2 years in a row and now the finals MVP? How can you sit here and say we can't even compare them? Like,
right.
Come on.
And I'm a Durant fan. Like, I love Kevin Durant because he made me look very smart when he first got in the league. A buddy I know was working for Fox Sports at the time, and I was at the Palace, and I saw Durant play as a rookie. And he was just heads and tails above every other athlete on the court as a rookie. And you don't really see it when you're watching on TV, but in person, watching how he moves the entire defense, how he could just get his shot anytime he wanted, shoot up over anybody anytime he wanted. So I'm a Durant fan, but Giannis is every bit of Durant except the shooting ability, but he makes up for it with defense, block shots, and intimidation. Durant doesn't have that intimidation factor.
Yeah, he just has that. He's that silent. That silent assassin.
Yeah.
Yeah, that silent assassin.
I love Durant. If I had to pick, though, right now, that would be a tough pick. Who am I starting my team with, Giannis or Durant? Because look at Durant's team this year. He had James Harden,
I think you know what? I think
they didn't make it.
I think that would decipher. I think the deciding factor on who you would get will be on your other cast members on your team.
So I'm saying clean slate. We're doing a fantasy draft right now, but for real.
Yeah.
It's clean slate. You got the number 1 pick. Who you taking?
Flip a coin.
You're gonna flip a coin?
Flip a coin.
It is that close.
Tails.
Yeah.
Tails, Giannis. Heads, Kevin Durant.
Yeah, really, I guess it depends on how you want to build your team. Do you want to build an offensive juggernaut, or do you want to build, a team that can hold it down on defense really well too? And I think you get both with Giannis. I'm talking myself.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this. Giannis didn't have to go to a different team or a super team to win one.
Thank you. Thank you. That was one of my biggest points this morning, and one of the things I knock LeBron James for all the time.
No, LeBron didn't go to a super team.
What?
He built one.
What? He built several, not just one, several.
Hold up. Now, this be clear. Give me one super team you went to.
Miami.
Heat.
Hold up. Okay, let's say there. Who was the superstars on Heat?
Dwayne Wade.
Dwayne Wade.
That's it.
Ray Allen. Chris Bosh.
Ray Allen was at the end of his career. Stop it.
But he brought Bosh with him.
Stop it.
Still brought something to the table.
No. You said a super team. You said a super. What was his numbers that made him a super player? Chris Bosh. Ray Allen.
Chris Bosh was a 20 and 15 guy.
Bosh was a great player.
Man,
he helped him out.
He was a decent player at best. He was not. Man, he was.
Don't disrespect Chris Bosh.
I ain't disrespect. That wasn't a super team.
Chris
that
Bosh
wasn't
is
a
just
super
like
team.
Kevin Love. When Kevin Love left Minnesota to go to Cleveland, he
I
was
will
a
put him
20
on the
and 10
level of
guy
Kevin
that
Love.
bowed down to LeBron. Is like, you know what? I'll whatever you need, LeBron. Just get me a championship, and that's what he did. He kept, he needed Kyrie Irving, he needed Kevin Love, he needed Dwayne Wade, and then once he got to LA,
Dwayne Wade. It was him and Dwayne Wade. It was
Anthony Davis.
LeBron and Dwayne Wade.
And Chris Bosh and Ray Allen.
He wasn't a superstar. He wasn't a superstar. He wasn't. He didn't go there and build a Golden State Warriors team. He didn't go there and build that. No.
I mean, that's essentially when they sat down. They're like, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 10, not 20 championships. And what they get? They got 2. They got 2.
It was good.
Yeah, it was fine.
Good.
And the Lakers last year, super team.
Okay, I say the Lakers was a.
But what I'm saying is, LeBron could have stayed in Cleveland and did what Giannis did, and
he did. He went back and did that.
In the history of basketball, though, if LeBron would have stayed there, he would have been much higher in everybody's opinion.
Why is that? But he went back and won it.
Yeah, he went back and won it after they had 2 number 1 overall picks because the team tanked when he left. Like, he needed Kyrie Irving. Kyrie's the one who hit the big shot for them to win it.
Yeah.
So, like,
he did.
I just give more credit to Giannis for staying put and building it around him.
Mm-hmm. I can't argue that. But we're not going to sit here and say he went down there and built a super team, because he didn't go down and build a super team in Miami. That wasn't a super team.
Giannis actually addressed this in his post game. Art, do you have that video?
Yes.
Because Giannis said, this could have been easy. I could have gone and formed a super team, and I think that was him taking a little shot at LeBron. Yeah, here's what he said.
Well, could you imagine it happening for you the way that it's happened?
No, man. I couldn't live. There was a job that had to be finished. I feel like the Bible did not pay us justice. We give credit to Miami Heat. They played great, but he did not pay us justice. Like, everybody was feeling homesick. We're a family-oriented team. We wanted to see our families, but coming back, I was like, this is my city. They trust me. They believed in me. They believed in us. Even when we were lost, the city still was like on our side. And obviously, I wanted to get the job done. But that's my stubborn side. Like, it's easy to go somewhere and go and win a championship with somebody else. It's easy. I could go. I don't want to put anybody in the spot, but I could go to a super team and just do my part and win a championship. Still won. But this is the hard way to do it, and this is the way I chose to do it, and we did it.
I love it. So, do you think he was taking more of a shot at LeBron or Durant?
He can be taking a shot at a lot of guys.
Everybody can catch
he can be taking a shot at anybody who goes to a team for a super team. He can, he can say that. But luckily for him, 2 players went down on that super team. It might be a totally different thing. You know what I'm saying? So, but everything happened the way it was supposed to happen. I can't, injuries is a part of the game. I'm not going to take anything away from Giannis. He played great, dominant, MVP of the league, MVP of the finals. He's a man. And the way that he plays, I love it. Because not only is he going to put up 50 points, but he's going to get back on defense. He's going to lock you down on defense. He's going to get the blocks. So
what does he play with, Joique?
That gorilla.
There it is, baby. There it is. And you're right, though. He plays with that gorilla mentality.
He plays with it. He does. He really does. And you don't see that out of too many. You don't see that out of too many athletes in basketball.
Right.
You don't see that in too many of them. You know. And I love to see it.
You see it in spurts in basketball for some reason. Like you see a guy that can be dominant, and you're like, why don't you do this all the time? And that's the one thing that, you know, with Giannis, he can do it all the time. So, it was a great game yesterday. I thought it was a great finale, a great finals all the way together. I enjoyed every single one of those games. And to me, it pointed to an evolution of the NBA, an evolution of the young guys coming through, an evolution of we don't always need the Lakers, the Spurs, and big names in the finals. This was a fun finals to watch with two teams. One had never won, and the one didn't win for 50 years. I thought it was fun to watch. Did you have fun with the whole thing, or I know you didn't love the last game.
I didn't like the last game.
Yeah.
I wanted to be more competitive. I wanted to be more energy. I wanted the Suns to be, you know, because honestly, I was pulling for the Suns. I was pulling for the Suns because I wanted to see Chris Paul kind of get his roses as well.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if he'll be back. I don't know if he'll be back.
He's going to L.A. That's what I think Chris Paul's going to wind up.
Super team.
That's where he better
Super
go.
team assemble.
That's where he better go.
Yeah.
That's where he better go. If he wants to go back, he needs to go to a team because at his point in his career, he needs to go back to that team and kind of take on the role of, say, like of a Rondo, a Rajon Rondo.
Yeah.
You know, play when you have to. You know, when you go out there, you know, bring that energy. Go play about, you know, 20, 25 minutes a game. You know, load management, whatever they call it. You know.
Well, and let's be honest. He should have been in L.A. years ago, but David Stern shot down that trade because he didn't want super teams in the league. Because imagine Chris Paul in his prime with Kobe. They would have ran off 10 championships, honestly. Because you saw what he did with Devin Booker. Like, imagine with Kobe.
They would have add an extra pinky for an extra ring. They would have blown it up.
I'm telling you, Devin Booker he disappointed me these last couple of games.
Yeah.
I expected more from him.
Well, but built so much hype around him that, you know, Kobe gave him this. He's got the Kobe tattoo, and then crunch time, he didn't have that Mamba mentality.
But what does that say to running your stars dry? I mean, he was the star. Similar to like Trae Young, to where it's like, it's on you. We need points. We need them now. Like,
You're the man, be the man.
No. Yeah. If you look at, let me see, June 24th, 2019. Do you remember Kobe made a post? My man, MVP greatness. Next up, championship. Mamba mentality. Basically retweeting Giannis.
Yeah, he called it, man.
He called it.
I mean, who am I to question Kobe and his basketball knowledge? He can obviously identify better players than I ever could. What up, Kennedy?
Well, just while we're on the topic of Booker, he made like a weird comment in his press conference, I thought. He said something to like the point of, well, this just shows me that like when we play teams like the Cavs, we need to take it more seriously. And like he was dunking on the Cavs when they had nothing to do. I don't know. It was just a weird thing to say, in my opinion.
Do we have it?
What?
Do we have that clip?
Not to my knowledge. I don't know. Ask Art.
So what was he referring to? That they needed to take the regular season more seriously? Because they had home court advantage. I don't know.
Yeah, it was that. It kind of blew up on Twitter, and it was like this whole like, why are you dunking on the Cavs when they have nothing to do with this? Like,
the thing is the same intensity and the same urgency that I saw during their series with the Lakers was the same type of urgency I wanted to see in the series with the Bucks, and I just didn't see it.
Yeah,
I just didn't.
I feel like they lost their momentum somewhere along the line, and they just could never get back on track. But if you want to play with some urgency at an awesome golf outing, we got something for you. Our friends at PAM, the Public Adjusters of Michigan, are giving you a chance to win a twosome in the 3rd annual Darren McCarty Charity Golf Outing on August 6th at the Links of Novi. The event is totally sold out, so you can't buy your way in. The only way to get in is win, and all you got to do is go to woodwardsports.com right now. You click the link right at the top of the page. It's really big, says Pam right on it. You click on Pam, you enter, and you could be golfing with D-Mac and friends on August 6th at the Links of Novi. And yeah, Pam is awesome. They get you money and they do all the work, so why wouldn't you have them do it? They'll represent the insured for property insurance claims. Call PamFirst.com is their website, or like I said, go to WoodwardSports.com.
Do you know why realtors love using Hall Financial as a lender? Because of our commitment to speed and service. We have nearly 4,000 five-star reviews already. Call today, 248-308-5000, or go...
Well, hello. Welcome back to the Blank and Bell Show.
Blank and Bell Show.
My name is Stick, filling in right now. Joique Bell, we got some big things planned for this 11 to 1 o'clock
Speaking
hour.
of big things,
hey,
do you guys like the name, the Big D Energy Sports Talk Show? Do you guys like that?
I gotta admit, it makes me a little uncomfortable.
Does it?
Yeah, because I got BDE, and I know someone else in this building that has BDE.
Fish?
Yeah, Fish has got that big D energy, but it just, I don't know. It's just, what about the ladies? What do they do? You know?
Big V energy. Oh, you don't really want to brag about a big V, do you?
Kennedy's shaking her head no.
Kennedy, you don't like that?
Ladies tend to flex like tight V energy if you want to roll with that instead.
There's no girls
but
on the
not
show.
big V, no.
The gaping V energy.
Gaping V.
It's a show I'd watch, that's all I know.
Joique and Friends.
Joique and Friends.
I kind of like Joique and Friends, but one day eventually, like everything, Joique is gonna leave us, and then it will just be Friends, and no one wants to watch Friends.
No
again.
one wants to watch Friends again.
No.
Let me see.
Joique, comment?
Yeah, Chad says Big D Energy sounds dirty.
It does.
It does sound dirty.
Big
Detroit
energy.
energy.
Because Art got baby fish nuts.
Yeah, baby fish nuts, yet I have 7 kids.
See, they say it's too,
baby fish.
I think it's like, it's too long a title.
Okay.
BDE sounds like a STE.
You know what? We should have people comment with what they think the show should be named.
Yeah, let's do it. Ballin' with Bell. I do like Ballin' with Bell. That's what we threw around to begin with.
Ryan
right?
reacts, it sounds like Joique came up with it at Burger King.
In the drive-thru, angry.
Joique was on a lovely date. A lady brought it up, and he's like, you know what? That could be a name of my show.
Speaking of fast food, maybe he was at that Wendy's where they had that concert.
You know what? And honestly, I'm not the one who came up with the name. Stick came up with the name.
Stick?
Stick came up with Big D. The Big D Sports Show. I said, you know what? That's kind of, this cleared up. This is called a Big D Energy Sports Talk Show.
Here's the thing, though. If we could add, I don't know if it's copyright, but maybe we just talk to Paz from the Tigers. We say, hey, can we borrow that D logo? Because that would be dope, Yeah,
we can't use that specific D, but, there's other D's that look like that.
There's plenty of D's to go around.
Yeah. Some of the D's look the same. Some of that one's copyright.
Some of them are bigger.
Ryan said we need to call it Bell and not Baligian.
Bell and not Baligian.
Yeah.
Bell and where's Baligian?
Big D Energy. Keep that bucket on me, Daddy. What?
What the fuck?
Easy. What are you talking about?
What the fuck? Get out of here, bro. He's changed his name 14 times on YouTube. He just needs to leave the chat, bro. Okay, hang on, because you're gonna find a new TD in a second. Because he closes the door and then he leaves. You can see his little. Look at him standing there.
He's smirking, Art.
It's hot as shit in here. Where's Baligian at?
It's nice out here with the air conditioning. I haven't done a show with air conditioning in this place, so yeah.
It's good.
Even though it sounds like hell, it's still
Speaking of
Thursday.
AC, does it change your opinion about the AC since this is your
it still sounds like hell.
That would never be the name of a show.
Okay.
Which one?
The Bell and Art Show.
I like it.
Never.
I like it.
Rolling with Joique.
What about Bell and unemployed people?
Rolling with Joique. I like that.
I don't mind that.
No, but they have joint though here, like Joint.
Biting the kneecap show.
Ooh, the kneecap hour.
Don't stop. No.
Yeah, don't stop Baligian.
It's just every time I see his name, a tear falls.
You'll get over it. Don't worry. We love you, Sean. We miss you. One thing the Rams are going to have to get over is their running game. And I don't want to say that it's the curse of Stafford, but I saw that on Twitter that, oh, man, now Stafford doesn't have a running game this season. You never want to see any player get injured, especially a young, talented kid like Cam Akers coming out of Florida State. What a beast. This was going to be his year, Joique.
Yeah. I don't understand. How did he tear his
Achilles?
No, did he tear, like, training?
It was not at the facility, so everybody, there's just a bunch of questions about how it happened, where it happened, why it happened. So
falling
it was
down
off-site.
the stairs, possibly.
Right.
I don't know, dropping
I'm
a
gonna
plate.
tell you this. I don't know what story he gave the team, but I had a friend who played, and he tore his ankle up, like during the season, and told the coaches one thing, and he stuck that story all the way out. And when he finished, the true story came out.
What was the true story? Can you tell the true story? You don't have to disclose the name.
Don't say his name, but tell the story.
No. I'm not going to tell the story because you guys will put two and two together if you think about it. Yeah. And
running back?
I'm definitely not going to say the position.
Give me a hit. Let's play 20 questions. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
No, but basically.
So how much of an effect is it? Obviously, we're 50 days away from the NFL season, right?
It's over. I mean, he won't be back 100% until a year from when he tore it.
Right.
Like to get back and feel to where he's like. Even when I had my Achilles surgery, my surgery it wasn't totally ruptured, but basically they had to detach my Achilles from my heel. They had to shave out this cyst, shave down the bone, and then reattach my Achilles back. And that's not as severe as like rupturing your Achilles all the way through. And so for me, I was out for 4 to 6 months and came back right at 4 months, which I came back too early, and you can tell in my play. So I had to sit out for a few more, like for another month and a half or so. And I came back, and I was still only about 75-80%, but I kept getting stronger throughout the season.
Right.
But what he has is going to take probably 6 to 8 weeks before he even gets the surgery, or probably say a month, to be able to get that swelling down, because what it's going to do is going to help him on the back end on recovering. And so he's not going to go through and get the surgery right now. He shouldn't.
Okay.
He should wait.
Till the swelling goes
he should
down.
wait for the swelling to minimize, and then going for the surgery.
Question. So you were more of a power back, right?
Yeah.
You do have speed. I'm not saying you don't have speed, but you were known as our power back. Reggie Bush was the speed
Lightning
guy.
Thunder.
Does an Achilles affect a speed guy more than a power guy? Because I'm assuming it would affect a power guy more, because you gotta really push off and hit those guys. But then speed guys, they gotta cut more. So you think it affects a guy like Cam Akers more than it would affect a power back?
Same.
Same. Okay.
Because we're doing the same amount of cutting. The same power that I need to kind of run through a tackle, the same type of power he's going to need to be able to run away from defenders.
Got it.
So that's just a hard injury to come back for any skill player.
Yeah.
How important is it, and as being a former athlete, to take it easy during the off season? Like, I see NFL players skydiving. I see them doing crazy shit, jumping at trampoline parks, even little stuff. But how important is it to take care of yourself, because you're needed when the season starts?
I'm not gonna tell you not to live life. Some things that I wouldn't do, but some people like to do. Like for me in the off season, I love to go to take vacations at 5-star resorts and lay up, get massages.
Me too.
Me too, Joique.
Yeah, that's what I like to do. I mean, and when you're playing at that level, you can afford to go do things like that.
Right.
I think that's safe. But then again, you have guys who they don't like that. They want to go. My homie, he likes to go sledding on the side of volcanoes.
What the fuck?
While he was in the league?
Yeah.
So do they have people to talk to you about this shit? Chill.
Or strap himself to the front of a plane, right, in the air.
To the front of the plane?
To the front, outside of the plane, to the front, and then unstrap himself and then walk across the wing of the airplane with no parachute.
It was Levy. Levy used to do that, right?
It was Levy. It was took the GoPro, grabbed it, and then walked back to his seat and strapped it while he's in the air.
Yeah. Owners just having strokes.
While he's
They're
in
like,
the air.
God, no!
But you know what? But that's what he liked to do.
That's what drives them, right?
Yeah, that's what he doesn't like to take. Or he'll go to the middle of the jungle, go to a tribe, get a a guide or a tour guide, and he'll take him on a tour throughout the jungle for like a week or 2 weeks at a time, and the only thing you eat is what you catch. So he'll catch rats, catch frogs.
Would you do that, Stick? I'd do that in a heartbeat.
I would, but I'd probably starve within a day. Like, I am not an avid hunter.
I'm not a Fredbear in the jungle.
I was playing disc golf last week, and I was bitching about the mosquitoes, saying I could never make it on Naked and Afraid.
He took a picture. He caught 3 rats and 2 frogs and had them like stuck on sticks. And
does he bring salt and pepper?
And took a picture of them and said 5-course meal. 5-course meal.
I don't know about rats.
That's a different level, man.
I can eat frogs, but not rats, man. Frogs are okay. Rats, all they eat is shit. That's disgusting. That's like eating a bear. It's disgusting. They're trash bandits. Ugh.
Oh, no.
That's next level. Well, I want to talk more about Cam Akers and what it means for the potential Lions draft picks that we have coming back from the Rams, and just more about what that does to a team when you lose your starting running back 50 days before the season. But we were talking about people gambling with their health. Don't gamble with your health. Ooh. Gamble online with MyBookie. You can gamble on all the sports that you want. Everything from Fish's sumo matches that he loves to watch to the NBA Finals. You can bet on it all at MyBookie.com. And we want to hook it up. If you don't have an account yet, make sure you go there, set up your account today, and enter promo code Woodward. That is WOOD, WARD, and we will match your first deposit up to 50%. So remember, don't gamble on your health. Gamble on other people. Let them break their legs on the field. You make money off of it at MyBookie.com.
Welcome to the Call Sam Chopper Shop, where you can win a custom-built chopper while helping our veterans at the same time.
Watch as the Bad Pig Custom Team turns this bike into a one-of-a-kind classic chopper.
And when it's finished, we'll be donating the bike to Volunteers of America Michigan to raffle off in support of our vets.
A great cause to give back to those who've given so much.
Watch for Call Sam Chopper Shop episodes on our social media channels and get your raffle ticket today at callsam.com/Chopper Shop.
Welcome back to the Blank and Bell Show. My name is Stick, filling in for Blank. That will be announced coming up shortly here on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. Thank you guys for joining us this morning. We were talking about Cam Akers and how he is now out for the entire 2021 season, and we're 50 days away from NFL kicking off, a week away from training camp starting. Joique, if you're in a locker room and the starting running back goes down like this, what kind of shockwaves does that send through the team?
Next man up. Yep. Next man up.
You think Darrell Henderson's got what it takes to be the next man up?
He got to be.
I guess there is.
I mean, he has to be. I mean, it's it's control what you can't control. I talk to Art about this, P's and O's. I talk to my son about this all the time. Preparation, opportunity. Be prepared when the opportunity presents itself, because you can't control opportunity. You can only be prepared for it when it presents itself. He has to take full advantage of this opportunity. He's not. He's in this league for a reason. He's not here because we just need a second stringer. He's here because he can play.
Right.
He can play.
Remember, he used to play quarterback. This time going to run it again up the middle. Inside the play, still going. Akers is in. What a hard run by Cam.
He's going to have to step up. I mean, now this is going to hit them hard, but it's going to give the young guys an opportunity to go out there and make a name for himself now. So,
not to pivot too far, but first of all, you brought up your son, and I know you were preaching P's and O's to him, and I saw him. He had his first day at his new job, right?
The first day at his new job.
Yeah, congratulations, man. That's got to feel good as a father that you're actually raised someone who's contributing to society.
Yeah. So it was weird. So he's been telling me he's been wanting to work for a while, but he's been too young, and so now he's old enough to go out there and make a living. He doesn't always have to say, Daddy, can I have? Daddy, can I have?
Right.
Daddy, can I have? And so now it's to a point where, like, I want to make my own money. And so it's to a point to where, like, I want you to understand something. This is just for right now. Like, don't have, and I don't mind it, but I just tell them don't get stuck with, just making this. Let's always understand this is just for right now.
Right.
He understands that. And as long as he understands that, then
I'm just glad you're making your kids work, man. I grew up with a bunch of kids that come from affluent families. I was the poor kid of the group, but these kids never had to do anything. Like even like take a McDonald's job. You know, I was working at Subway. I was busting tables. I was umpiring games just to have pocket cash. These kids, they just ask their dad for $500 before they leave on Friday, and they just hand it to them. You know, but you know, Joique, you've done well in your life. You're a smart guy. You're not stupid with your money. So that you're instilling that in your kids early, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, you know it is, and at the same time, it's a fine line between giving your kids everything you never had, but also giving them everything you did have. So and so I want to make sure I not only, because sometimes I'm not gonna lie, like if he asks for something, or something's coming up, and he's responsible to ask me in a good amount of time, I say, listen, okay, well you can do this to get this, all right. It's to a point now where I had to work. I did co-op. I worked at the YWCA, which is like the YMCA, but it's for women. I did that.
You worked at Ford Field as security,
worked
right?
At Ford Field.
That's one of my favorite parts about your story.
Yeah. So it wasn't at Ford Field. It was at the practice facility.
Even better.
Yeah, and at the same time. Yeah, Allen Park. So that's because I want people to understand, like the team spends, 5-10% of the year at Ford Field. The other 90%, they're all at Allen Park.
Right.
We're there 5-6 days a week, and we're at Ford Field, 10 times out the year. We get home field advantage 11. Well, we haven't had that in a while. So but I did that. So I want to make sure he understands that. And so I've been preaching that to my son for the longest. What are you gonna? If something was to ever happen to me, what do you want to do? What's your passion? Don't ever chase the money. Chase the purpose. And so he's, we talk about what he wants to do when he's done with school or when he's done playing ball. And so it's kind of cool when you can teach your son something,
right? And
you go out in public and you kind of see. I remember my son was about 5. I'll never forget this. He was about 5 years old, and we have a father-son trip every year that it's just me and him will take a trip. And so we were going to Houston because I had to do a football camp down there. And I said, we can do the football camp, then we can hang out. And so we're on the plane, and we're landing, and the plane is really loud. And so he looks up when we land. He said, he takes off his headphones, and he said, Dad, I gotta pee. Like he said it real loud.
Really loud.
And so I see him shaking, so we got to go now. He's 5, he has a little bit. We got to go now. And so, but we're taxiing to the gate. I look back. I tell the flight attendant, my son has to go to the bathroom right now. And so she said he can't. I said right now. And so she said okay. So she comes, she grabs him, she takes him to the bathroom. He goes to the bathroom. As he's coming out, she see he's opening the door to come out. And when she looks down, she said, "Oh no, don't touch the door with your hand, because you never touch an airplane door with your hand." And everyone who knows me knows I'm a germaphobe. You never touch a door with your hand, especially on the airplane.
I'm learning this now. I wish I would have known this my whole life.
Oh yeah, you never. The nastiest thing in the world. You don't touch the airplane.
Even though airplanes are like the safest thing you can be on.
Whatever. So the flight attendant.
The flight attendant. The CDC. That's not for me.
Can I finish my story? Thanks, Fish. You want to finish it for me?
Sure, the CDC said that airplanes are the safest thing.
It has nothing to do with my story. It has nothing to do with my story. And so as he's coming out the bathroom,
took you up on the offer.
Yeah. And so as he's coming out the bathroom, she looks down. She said, "Oh no, baby, don't touch the door with your hand." And she looks down. She sees that my 5-year-old son has a piece of paper towel opening the door to throw it away. She said, "Oh, your mother taught you really well." And my son looked at it and said, my daddy taught me this.
You start pounding your chest.
And so she brought him back. She brought him back to his seat, and she told me the story. And she said, "You did a really good job."
Aww.
And it just shows you not only mothers teach their kids on how to be sanitary.
That's right.
So that's one story. So that's when that was like one of my first times like hearing or seeing my son doing something that I taught him out in public, that it came back to him. So that was pretty cool.
Rewarding than that, man. And did you roll up when he was working at the drive-thru and place your order and come through, or did you just surprise him at the window?
So the whole family did. So the whole family went there.
They all took pictures
because I couldn't be there because I was here.
Okay.
And so All the whole family went by, took pictures, sent it to me.
That's awesome.
I had my grandma went by. My cousin was in town from Virginia. She went by, took pictures. My mom and dad went back and took pictures. So it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool.
That's a cool family moment, man.
Mm-hmm.
Well, another cool moment that we got is every moment we spend with 8 Mile vodka.
Oh, 8 Mile
It's
vodka.
Amazing. This weekend I grabbed some. I was on a pontoon. I had some lemonade.
Thanks for the invite.
I invited you, and you went to your redneck Olympic shit instead of coming up to my place. Well, that's okay, Art. If you want to pull this on the air, we can do this. Anyways, 8 Mile Vodka is born in Detroit. You can pick it up at any Meijer store, and it's also at your local bars. If they don't have it, ask for it by name. 8 Mile. Art. Woodward Sports.
I'm looking to bring on another HVAC tech right now.
We're recruiting 5 to 10 techs a month.
We're looking to grow and expand. Every new tech we hire is from Northwestern Tech.
The hands-on training is fantastic.
They're always my first call.
We love hiring Northwestern Tech grads.
They come out trained and ready to work.
Our program is only 10.5 months, and our next classes are starting soon. So why wait?
I'm looking to hire a graduate of Northwestern Tech. Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Welcome back to the Blank and Bell Show featuring Joique Bell, former Lions running back. Should we have like an announcer name like that for you?
Big D Energy Sports Talk Show.
Right.
BDE Sports Talk Show.
Pew, pew, pew. It's the BBB. So, Joique Bell, we were talking. Man, this is the second person on the network today to hit you with the double guns. Jeff was doing double guns earlier, man.
Wait, did you just load and reload on us?
And he holstered them bad boys, too.
Jeez.
I like the backwards hat, Art. That's really you.
You know what? Adam said the same thing. He said it a while back that he likes the snapback. It's just the tan lines, man. I don't like the tan lines.
It hides all your bald spots in the back.
Yeah. I can't get a haircut. Lady Jane's is so busy, which is good. But
do you shave?
I have to shave every morning because the alopecias, the patches everywhere.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah, buttery baby cheeks.
Yeah, bro, that's what's up.
That's what's up, dog.
Autoimmune disease, bro.
That's what's up, bro.
So I know we kind of got off on a tangent talking about your family, which family first over everything.
Yep.
But Cam Akers obviously being out, the Lions have the next two first-round draft picks for the Rams.
No.
Do you think them losing their top running back like this it hurts them in that capacity where the draft position for the Lions will be better this year?
Yeah, so this is what's going to happen. You're going to have this guy in certain positions that Cam Akers, he's been in before. He's going to know how to handle it versus this guy going in who doesn't have that same amount of experience. Been in those type of situations where I'm not going to say he might fold, but he might not do the job as well.
Right.
And so it's going to take a lot of reps with the ones. It's going to take a lot of reps during preseason. And, in this league, the injury rate is 100%. So it's not a matter of when he gets hurt, but, it might be a point in time in the year where he might go down or he has to play through some injuries or go through some adversity, and you got to see how he'll handle it.
Does this affect Stafford at all, do you think? Because, obviously
no, because he's a gun. He's a gunslinger. He's
a
gunslinger. And so, if we can't get it done that way, he's just going to have to, bring out his own line days and slinging it. And so will that affect him to where he becomes one-sided and they know they're about to pass? Will that affect him? Of course it will.
Does it offend you when people say Stafford never had a running game?
No, he definitely had a running game.
Right,
yeah,
but that's one of the excuses you hear.
No, because I would say he didn't have a consistent running game throughout his career. I would say that.
Yeah,
but I can say you can never say he never had a run game.
Okay.
Like we had a run game, but he didn't have a consistent run game throughout his entire career.
And that's fair. That's fair. But like when you have these conversations about Stafford and where he stands in like the lore of NFL history, and one of the things that always gets brought up is well, he was in Detroit, he never had a run game, and then he didn't have the weapons around him, and so
what you do
as a former running back for Matthew Stafford, I'd be like, hey, what the hell am I? John Liver?
No.
But those are fans talking, not players.
No, I hear what you're saying. And then you have to look at everything. Look at the statistics. A good defense can make a better offense. A better offense can make a better defense. A great special teams can make a better offense, putting you in a better field position. It can make a defense better by, putting the team backed up into their territory. And so it's all around. And so you have to look at the statistics from everyone, from the running backs, tight ends, O-line, the quarterbacks, the D-line, linebacker. You have to look at the statistics around the board, because everything is like if your knee is hurting, your knee might not be the problem. You might have tight hips. So everything is correlated. So it's not just a person playing bad because,
one thing.
Because of one thing, because of him. It could be
makes sense.
It could be a pileup of certain things happening in the game that can cause a player to not do well on a certain play.
When you have an injury, and Joique, speaking from experience of being on the Lions, when you have an injury, other players, obviously it's a misfortune. It sucks, especially someone like Cam Akers. But does that force the other talent to say, this is my time to go? And does the coaching encourage that?
Yeah, for sure.
You have to.
Yeah, for sure. They always, even in a meeting, they tell you it's next man up. This is a next man up league. This is a next man up. Take advantage of the opportunity, because the injury rate is 100%. So it has to be next man up.
Do you agree with Joey 2 times, who says that people acting like Cam Akers carries that franchise like Barry Sanders did? What are your thoughts on that?
To me, Cam Akers was going to be a top 5 back in the league this year. No, he's not Barry Sanders, so I'm never going to go down that route.
No,
but when you look at his production and what he did at the second half of the season last year, and just how he started to take over and he would impose his will on games, like Cam Akers was going to surprise a lot of people this year. I was talking about it earlier. Like, out of the draft last year, and it was a deep running back draft last year. You had Swift, you had Dobbins, you had CEH, you had Jonathan Taylor, and you had Cam Akers. That's 5 solid starting running backs to come out, and I would argue it was Jonathan Taylor and Cam Akers as the top 2. So, he may not be Barry Sanders, but he's a damn good running back.
Yeah. And give me those names. You had Dobbins in there?
Yeah,
okay.
J.K. Dobbins, DeAndre Swift.
So you put J.K. Dobbins over Cam?
No, I had Cam over J.K. Okay. J.K.'s going to get his love this year because Ingram's out, so he's going to get his love, and I think J.K. will have a great year.
Because I like J.K. Dobbins. I like him a lot. I liked him from Ohio State.
Yep.
Because he actually took some carries away from Mike Weber.
Yes.
Yeah, he took some carries away from him, but I like both those backs. And Mike Weber is actually with New York now.
Is he in New York now? He left Green Bay?
Yep, he's with the Giants now. So
nice.
Shout out to Mike Weber. And so
you've had him on the show before too, right?
Yeah, I had him on the show. We got to get Dobbins on here next.
There you go.
We got to get Dobbins on here.
No, I like Dobbins. I think he's a hell of a running back. I just loved Cam Akers because when he was at Florida State, that was when Florida State had like their worst offensive line that they've had in decades, and he was still putting up numbers and just making people look like a fool. So I always was like, if he can do that with that offensive line, if you put anything in front of that kid, he's just going to blow up, and you saw it at the second half of last season.
Yeah, he is. I just want him to, when he comes back, it's going to be tough for him even next season.
Right.
Because his training is going to be not what it was this past off season.
Right.
How hard is it when you have an injury that is that that significant for someone like Akers? Because you see it in basketball all the time, to where you have a sprained ankle and you're still on the court. Sometimes you're in street gear or you're
no, it'll be fine. So the thing is, he'll be back running on his after the surgery. He'll be back running, I'll say, November, December. Like, he'll be back running.
Is it hard as an athlete not to push it too hard, though? Like, you look at someone...
This is the thing, though. The thing is, you'll start to overcompensate, and then boom, there goes your other one. That's why people tear their ACL in both knees a lot of times. It's really common because you start to overcompensate because you're trying to get back, and you'll push too hard, and now you're overcompensating on your left leg because your right ACL is tore, and then boom, your left one tears. Yeah. And so that's very common.
Football's such a violent sport, man. Like, honestly, I know, Art, you love UFC because of the violence and the intensity.
Well, yeah, but
that's why I love football so much. There is nothing, to me, it's the ultimate chess match with the biggest dudes and the best athletes on the planet going at it. And every Sunday, it's just beautiful to watch.
But that's why I bring it up, because someone like Conor McGregor, who's like, I'm going to get back to training. And it's like you mentioned, you can tear the other one just as easily because you overcompensate.
That's different. That's a broken bone.
But it's still an injury and pushing too hard.
Nah, they can put a rod in there, heal it up, and then once it's healed, I mean, that has nothing to do with this. Art.
Kennedy, you over there talking trash? You over there talking trash in the comments about me and Cam Akers right now?
All right.
you.
That's okay. You cannot agree with me, but I don't need you trashing me.
I just told someone that we're on the same page. I just said we're on the same page. I didn't say anything.
You don't think Cam Akers is a good running back?
I don't think he's bad. No, I don't think he's bad at all. Don't get me wrong. But, like, statistically, like, looking at the numbers, last year, Henderson was better. And I think a lot of people are, like, freaking out about this Akers injury because he's fresher in their minds. He was more explosive the second half of the season, like you said. Yep. So I get the panic, but like they're gonna be okay.
Every chance in the world to be that lead back, and they drafted Cam right in front of him because they knew he's not that dude.
Yeah, I mean we'll see what he does now, but I'll just wait.
But I'm reading all this, guys. I see you.
Why, so what do you like Henderson?
I think Cam's gonna. I will run your fantasy league. I'll take all your money.
So why would you run? So why would
you will too. My fantasy leagues always suck. You would take all of my money.
I would enjoy taking all of your money.
No, and I get the question isn't if he's good or not. It's if he could be top 5.
No,
this year was going to be his year. I mean, the way they've been talking about this Rams offense, it was going to be the second coming of the greatest show on turf. Like, they really have been hyping it up. Stafford is the greatest. He's Joe Montana all of a sudden. You know, he's over there. He's a top 5 quarterback,
I never
top
heard
7.
Who said he was Joe Montana?
Huh?
Who said he was Joe Montana? Who said that?
Sean Baligian. No,
no, but that's the thing. Like, I think Andy Isaac tweeted that out from Isaac World. It's like when he was here, it was like, yeah, Stafford's okay. When he's there, it's like, and he's LA.
No, Matthew Stafford is Matthew Stafford.
Yeah.
I'm not going to compare him to anyone. Matthew Stafford is Matthew Stafford. When we had Devin Gardner on the show yesterday, we talked about different quarterbacks and them having their own niche to how they were a leader. And I think I haven't played with a quarterback that was more resilient and more tough than a Matthew Stafford. And that's what he's going to have to take to that team.
Yeah.
That's probably, I don't know if that's what they were lacking before. One thing that hurt Stafford here was actually his strength. Right, his strength was his arm talent, the power in his throws, and being able to thread the needle on a lot of plays.
Right,
was the same thing that hurt him in certain points of the game because sometimes he'll try to do too much.
Yeah, it's a Brett Favre syndrome.
Yeah, and so even with I heard Patrick Mahomes talking about when he plays, sometimes he would try to do too much, and he'll go back to his coach. He'll go back to Eric and say, "Listen, man, coach will come in, like calm down." Just be yourself. You don't have to do too much.
Right.
And so when Stafford gets there, he's just going to have to realize, like, you don't have to do too much. All right, just go through your progression.
When he was at his best, when they scaled him back and made him more of a game manager after Calvin retired, too. Like, that, they built a game plan, they spread it around.
Got everyone involved.
Yep.
So when he goes there, now it's going to hurt him as far as defensive game planning against them because they're going to respect his arm more than Cam Akers' legs now because they don't have that. Right. They don't have that proven threat in the backfield right now.
Yeah, they don't have to put 8 in the box now.
Until like week 6 or 7, and we see what he can do. We just got to say, I don't know what Henderson. I mean, I don't know yet.
Yeah.
And so about week 6, let's see how he's doing, and then we'll see if he'll be able to help out Matthew Stafford. What's up, Art?
I'm not going to start the whole Stafford versus Goff thing.
That's the best part.
Yeah. I'm not going to start the whole Stafford versus Goff thing, but I think we all can agree that Stafford has a way better chance of getting injured than Goff, correct?
Goff had a thumb injury last year, kept him out.
So then why do we talk so much about Stafford's performance when there's a better chance of him getting injured? I mean, it's all possibility and it's all,
let's talk about
hypothetically.
Goff. Well, let's talk about Goff because he's our new quarterback now.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, is Cam Akers going to hurt their chances of winning more games? Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Is it going to give us a chance of having a higher first-round pick? Yes. All right.
I don't mind that at all. Yeah. Not that I want to see Cam Akers get hurt, but if we end up with a better pick, I'm okay. No, it's all about the Lions, man, and it's all about just the future of this team. And I like the way we've insulated our backfield, which is nice. I feel like we have a really strong backfield right now. And, I like the way the Lions are going. And if this helps us get a better draft pick next year, good. Sorry, Cam Akers. You'll be back in 2022 kicking ass, I'm sure. I hope.
Hope so. I hope so. He'll be able to, like I said, he'll be able to start running on that Achilles like around probably November, December. He'll probably start cutting on it around January. he'll probably start feeling a little bit better around March, where he can start pushing, and then come in April ready to go a little bit. He's just gonna have to get to a place mentally to where he trusts that it's strong enough.
I mean, it's a blessing and a curse that it happened this early in the season, because at least now by next season he'll be ready to go. This happens week 8. You're not ready to go.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Lots of stuff to talk about. Also coming up, we got the MAC teams that want into the college football playoffs, and I want to see what you think about the college football playoffs next, right here on the Blank and Bell Show on Woodward Sports.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. With historically low interest rates and 5-star service, you could pay your mortgage off faster without increasing your monthly payment. Get started now at 248-308-5000 or chat with us online. Call hallfirst.com.
Welcome back to the Blank and Bell Show on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. Thank you guys for watching on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, downloading the app in the Google or the Google Play or Apple Store. We appreciate you. The app is free. Make sure you get it into your phone so you can take Detroit Sports Talk with you anywhere that you go. And we got an awesome event happening this Friday, a $25,000 Kick for Crypto contest. Joique, I know you're huge into crypto. Bitcoin's kind of taking a dip right now, so $25K could actually get you damn near a whole Bitcoin right now.
Yep.
Which could turn into $50K real quick. You never know how that market is going to go. So we want to get somebody qualified to be at the finale this Friday at Imagine Theaters in Novi. It is happening at 3 p.m. The first kick will happen at 4, but you need to show up to register at 3.
Can I do like the ceremonial kickoff for the Kick for Crypto? I mean, I don't want to end the contest right away.
That.
Yeah.
Done.
You know,
Art's doing the ceremonial kick.
Fish is pissed that he's not there. He was yelling at me yesterday.
Oh, because you're
secretly yelling.
It was still yelling at me, Fish. I went home and cried.
Well, I'm sorry you felt that way.
Well,
but yes, I was yelling because I have to do a show from 3 to 5 called The Hook.
No, not just the
show.
The greatest show. You say that on all shows.
Greatest afternoon show of all time. Yes, it is.
There it is. But let's get someone qualified right now. What do you think they should drop in the chat?
Blank and Bell.
Blank and Bell.
No, but all shows are great.
Comment Blank and Bell in the chat right now. Kennedy will go through and select an awesome qualifier, and then you will be out there this Friday with a potential chance to win $25,000.
Is the weather supposed to be nice on Friday?
The weather is supposed to be nice on Friday. Yep.
72 and sun.
Yeah, Joey and I are going out there tomorrow to do the site check, make sure we have everything blocked off, because as you know, Fountain Walk in Novi gets pretty busy.
How far is the kick?
35 yards.
And they got to kick it through the field goal?
No, they got to kick it into it.
Did you just get here, Joique?
Joique, we've been talking about this for a month and a half.
So they got to, but I'm saying they should make it to where they have to kick it through the field goal and have the car parked.
We're going to bring a field goal out there?
Maybe for our next contest, we'll do that for sure. I like that. It adds it adds an extra element.
Yeah, that's like got to go through and then land in the truck.
Maybe if we're doing like 100,000, we do that. You know, make it a little bit harder.
I'll tell you right now, you're lucky you're not showing up, Joey, because I can kick farther than you.
All right, we definitely saw your clip and you kicked it 5 yards.
It was edited.
Yeah, it was edited to make him look bad.
Right, easy edited, and it was like, now's my time.
Yeah,
I was there. He actually kicked the ball pretty well.
Kennedy edited it, and she said that it was terrible too.
Well, she witnessed someone different kick it.
No, she did. She was there the whole
Art
time.
Smith.
And Sean
she witnessed
also
a different
saw
Art.
and told me as well off of camera.
So it sounds like you don't want to face me out there. That's okay.
Ooh.
I can definitely kick farther than you.
All right, who's the Lion field goal kicker right now?
Jack Fox. He's the punter.
He's the punter. That's not the field goal
Fox
kicker.
is the punter. Actually, Jack Fox is coming out with us tomorrow.
They're two different positions. Sorry to burst your bubble.
Jack Fox is coming tomorrow to try to kick the field goal or to kick the punt into the back of the car. Yeah, Joey's got
Joique, you meant to say punter, not kicker, and it's Jack Fox.
No,
We're boys.
No, I said kicker.
No.
I said field goal kicker.
Matt Prater's still playing, right?
No.
I'm joking!
Oh my God,
It was a joke!
Art, we don't know anymore because you keep saying wrong shit. I can't tell when you're kidding.
Oh God, I love you.
His name is Randy Bullock.
Yeah,
That's our new kicker.
you said it incorrectly. It's Randy Bullock.
Oh, Kennedy, I love you. Kennedy said
Like,
we don't know anymore.
You don't know when he's joking.
It's not even a joke. He uses jokes to hide his
Everything.
His lack of knowledge.
I'll give credit to Art. He has a lot more knowledge than anyone gives him credit
Lions
for.
Limo.
No, Joique just texted me and said it's Matt Patricia. What are you talking about, Joique?
I'm not even touching my phone.
I'll give Art credit. He knows a lot more sports than we give him credit for. Just saying.
No, he knows MMA and boxing.
I'm the
He
MMA
knows
guy.
other sports. He's on a football show from 11 to 1 every day. Probably one of the best shows on the network.
One of the best shows on that.
Okay, the best show on the network.
All right, understand that. Get it
I
right.
will. I will.
And just because Stick is here, don't try to.
He tells me all the time he doesn't like the morning show. All the time.
You don't like the morning show?
I never said that. I said it is a most organized show of the
what
show.
kind of compliment is that?
You don't understand. Organization is all about everything. So
All right,
being
so
the most
Fish,
organized show is a really good thing.
Fish.
You can have a great show, but
Hey,
it's sloppy
Fish.
as hell.
Stop talking.
You can have a great
Fish.
game.
saying I'm
Lions
not
had a
Stop
great
talking with your
game, but
hands.
it was sloppy as hell.
Hey, Fish, stop talking with your
Steelers,
hands.
they were 11-0. Adam said it
Stop
was a
talking with
sloppy
your hands, Fish,
performance.
because those are fighting words.
11-0 is not very good.
Those are fighting
the Steelers
action.
suck.
When you talk with your hands, you
11-0
get
is
real
pretty
aggressive.
bad. Stick, you fucking idiot. 11-0 sucks. So there you go. Sloppy.
Hey, yo, give us your top. Give us the top 3 shows from worst to best.
That's a good question. Top 3 shows
Top 3
from
shows
worst
worst to best. Baligian Bell number 1.
No, I said worst to best.
Oh, worst to best? By the way, there's 4. Mikey TikTok show. Thank you for disrespecting him.
Well, we have way more shows. We have the soccer show.
Number 4, probably.
Sneaker show.
Yeah.
Oh, sneak. Okay,
Yeah, we
well,
had the sneaker
let's
show,
do
too.
sneaker show.
Yeah,
So 5.
name them all. Do it.
Yeah, name them all.
All right, worst to best. Why can't you best? All right, worst to best. Let's see, number 5.
I would say worst, but your
doing
favorite.
this. I would
Not
not.
worst. I would say your favorites from.
Can you do best to worst?
Okay, do best to worst. Whatever. Go.
All right, number 1, Baligian Bell.
No, it's not Baligian Bell. Blank and Bell.
Okay, Baligian and Blank.
Thanks for hurting us.
Baligian and Blank.
Blank and Bell, whatever the hell the show is now. Blank and Bell. Okay, number 1. 2 is Morning Wood. Now, mind you, these are close places. These are not landslide totals. Number 2, Morning Wood. Number 3, Mikey TikTok. 4 hook, 5 sneaker box. Or 4 hook, 5 sneaker box. And that's only because I don't watch
all these shows
the
like
sneaker
kids.
box.
I love them all in different ways. I love
Okay, I try to do the same
show,
thing, and you guys
actually.
scold me and say, "Oh, you got to pick one."
I just can't believe that you ranked Mikey TikTok over.
Art, give us your top 5.
My top 5 shows?
Yeah.
Well, any
Why
show
are we
that I'm
doing
on.
this?
Any
We're
show
just
that I'm
hurting
on.
people's feelings today.
Any show that I'm on is number 1. That's why the morning show was
Oh.
great this morning, and it's tied right now for first place with this
It
show.
was.
Because you were on it
So you do
one
one
time.
show. So you do one show, and you put it up there with a show you've been on for 4 or 5 months.
I would say it's tied
7.
for first this morning. Tomorrow, Blank and Bell will go back. Well, I haven't gotten a seat, so this show sucks because I haven't been even offered
Wait.
a chair up there at all.
Wait.
You want to
Well,
switch spots
you
for
have to
the-
sit in there.
for the last 30 minutes of the show?
No.
God no. God no. Please no.
Joique, what do you think about college football playoffs? And including
Which
12
division?
teams.
Which division?
No,
I think Division 2 has the best playoff method than any other conference or any other division. Period. I love the way that they have, they take the best record, they take the best teams, they take the top 24 seeds, and they take the best teams. Like there's no people deciding, there's no computer deciding. They just go up there, they look at the records, they pull the top teams from each conference, and I think that's how it should be on every level, but it's not.
Yeah, why do you think? Is it just the money that the bowl games make?
Well, you know what? When Sean was on the show, he said it's a scam. Who can sell the most? It's about money. Who can sell the most? Who can sell the most tickets? Who can bring in the most revenue? Who can bring in the most money? And that always plays a major part with who goes to these different bowl games.
Right.
And so, with the way that they're trying to do it now, I have to get a better grasp of what they're trying to do. But getting more teams in and giving more teams the opportunity to go out there and say we're the best, you never know what can happen.
Right.
You never know what can happen. So.
Now, I love that Division II plays it out on the field, and the fact that Division II can do it and Division I hasn't figured it out, because I feel like since they've put in the mini playoffs that they have with the 4 team, the other bowl games don't matter anyways. Like, it used to just be the finale of the season, and when Michigan was playing for the national championship, they had to go to the Rose Bowl and beat a team from out west to get that final win to be undefeated. Now it's just like you have your championship series, and then every other game is just kind of like a participation trophy at this point, I feel. They make money, but they don't matter.
They matter, but they don't count.
There you go. That's probably a better way to put it.
Yeah, they matter, but they don't count.
Yeah, because when Michigan went down and kicked the hell out of Florida
but the thing is,
it mattered, but who cares?
But outside of a few of the major bowl games, to any other bowl games, do they really count? Do they?
No.
I mean, and so what's in retrospect, there's no big difference.
Right, but if they turn those bowl games into playoff games,
yeah, if they take these bowl games and like every year they switch it out, say, okay, the championship game is going to be here this year at the Rose Bowl. Next year it's going to be at the Orange Bowl. Next year it'll be at the Fiesta Bowl. Next year it'll be here.
Right.
Next, and like they switch it up, they move it around. I think that would make it a little bit more interesting. But you think they would do that on the deciding factor of where those teams are from?
Probably. I mean, it would probably be regional because I feel like that's the way Division I's going to go. It's going to be 4 power conferences, and regionalize it, and then have the winner of each 4 play each other for the championships. I think that's the best way to do it. But as a college athlete, I was never a college athlete, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know in the locker room how you guys were talking about it. Like, do you feel that Division I has it all wrong? But obviously, you like Division II, and so do I.
I like Division II. Period.
Decided on the field. I don't need a computer. I don't need some old dude that hasn't played or just sitting there because he's a booster for Alabama deciding who's going to be
there in his room with his high-waisted khakis on, with his belt around his belly, with a cigar, some glasses, can't see 5 feet in front of them. Man, get out of here. Let them decide it on the field. And then one thing, it's not fair to the kids.
Right.
What's not fair to the kids? Because we're doing Division II. So what's the difference between a D1 athlete and a D2 athlete?
Yeah, I don't know how letting the kid prove themselves on the field isn't fair to them.
Yeah.
What's not fair to them is, you guys have the same record, pretty much same strength of schedule, but Billy Bob from Oregon decides that you're not good and Alabama's getting in because they have the pedigree. But even Dabo Swinney has been talking that he doesn't want to expand the college playoffs. And he's been in it with Clemson.
What was his reasoning?
His reasoning was, if we weren't good enough to make it into those 4 teams, then we're not good enough. That's what he said. And he's like, and if we weren't good enough then, we're not going to be good enough when there's 12 teams. So really, that was his point. Like, if they're not good enough, they're not good enough. But it's football, man. The term any given Sunday is around for a reason. This isn't a series. This is one day, punching each other in the mouth, and who knows what can happen.
Yeah. How many more games would I give the kids at the end of the year?
I don't know. How many more was it for Division II? How many rounds did they have?
We had, depends. So we were the last seed, so I think we had to play 4 games to get to the championship.
Okay.
4 games, and then we got to the championship. So we played all 4, and they were all on the road. So we ended up going up to I don't want to say Lake Superior because I don't know if they have a football team, but we had to go play a team in northern Michigan.
Okay.
Played that game, won. It was a snow bowl. Tony Davidson actually broke my single game rushing record by 9 yards. Oh. I had 318. He put up 327.
You had 318 in a game?
Who? Russia?
You? Yeah.
Yeah, twice.
Damn.
I had 318 one game and then 314 my last game.
That's a career for some people.
Yeah, so, but he broke that record. They won that game. Boom. Came back, played Minnesota Duluth, who were the defending national champions. Played them there at their home, beat them there. Left from there, went to, who was that, Northwest? I think one more school beat them, and they had to go to Winston-Salem, who dropped down from D1AA down to D2. They were undefeated 14-0 and beat them at their home.
Oh, nice.
Beat them at their home, and then went to the national championship game where they played a school from, who was that? I can't remember who that team was, but went there and played them in the national championship game and fell short. Lost both their star running back and the number 1 receiver in the country at the time, and Troy Burrell with a broken collarbone, and Joshua Nell, their star running back, with a broken foot. Lost both of them, and Joshua Nell actually took the opening kickoff back to the house. Never been done in D2. Never been done in the D2 national game ever, and never been done. So shout out to Joshua Nell, shout out to Troy Burrell.
That's awesome.
And those my young boys. They came in right after me, I was a sophomore. They came in as freshmen. They played under me, and they were some animals. So I love the way that we have it set up to where if it was only 4 teams, you don't hear that Cinderella story.
Right.
That doesn't happen.
Right.
You don't have an opportunity to go and bring pride to your university, your city. Because
what seed were you to start that?
Huh?
What seed were you guys to start?
We were the last seed.
Oh, so okay.
We were 24. We was the last seed. So we were the last seed.
Yeah, see, that's awesome. I want that story.
Right, we want that story. But you don't get that story.
No.
You know,
I get Alabama and Clemson over and over, and then Ohio State shows up and gets their ass beat every time. That's what
Notre Dame tries.
Notre Dame?
They try.
Yeah, Chip
it's terrible too. They can't compete. They can't compete with.
I mean, Michigan State has at least been there. Michigan hasn't been to that moment yet, so you got to give credit to Michigan State on that end. There's some Olympians that are wearing some outfits, and there were some issues with it apparently. Kennedy, we want to talk about that coming up next, right here on the Blank and Bell Show.
The Blank and Bell
on Woodward Sports.
Tony is a third-generation logger that has a simple, practical approach to life and work. That's why his Coast DX342 knife is perfect for him. The stainless steel blade is rust-resistant and made for all-weather use. And the double roll-lock safety ensures that it will never inadvertently close when he doesn't want it to. That's why Coast is trusted tough.
Hey, welcome back to the Blank and Bell Show live on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. Thank you guys for being a part of the show, commenting, liking, sharing, and just being a part of it. We love it. I love the comments, love the interaction. Kennedy's over there making sure that you're maintenanced and also making sure that she's on your side and not taking my side.
Sticks.
You're supposed to be on my side, Kennedy.
I am usually.
Why don't you throw us into this story, Kennedy?
Sure. Okay. So this first one is actually about a Paralympian. So her name is Olivia Breen, and so she got a little bit of like backlash, I guess, from one of the officials because her sprint shorts were too short. They're more like a bikini bottom cut. But why? Who cares? She is an Paralympic athlete. They need to run in what makes them the most comfortable.
And the fastest.
Right. Yeah, most importantly. So, I mean, I see nothing wrong with it. There's a jillion sports that I can name that wear very similar bottoms. So not quite sure what the deal was. And also, I hate anytime a man comments on what a woman's wearing.
Well, you may hate that, but you know who complained? A woman. So you
Was
take that
it?
little attitude.
Yeah, it was a woman. It was a woman.
Well, either way, shut up. She needs to do her thing.
Yeah, no, it was a woman that was the head of the British whatever, and she was the one that complained. So it was a woman who brought this down, which is even weirder because I get you. Like, men are always commenting on women's figures, what they should be wearing, shit like that.
Yeah.
But this time, it wasn't us evil men. It was your evil counterpart.
Evil counterpart. Well, then she needs to be on our side, you know?
Yeah.
But, like, if you watch Olympic beach volleyball, their bottoms are literally up their butt cracks.
Yes.
Like, and who cares? They're out there to be an athlete, and their body is out there to do athletic things.
See, now this is athletics. This is what I love about the Olympics. I could watch this all day.
That's sexist.
God damn it, Stick.
It's not sexist.
It's sexist. Stop looking at women as objects.
We're not. We didn't call them objects. We didn't say they were sexy. We didn't say they were beautiful. We didn't say they had.
You don't want bullshit. You guys do not watch it for the sport.
Off that ass. I did not say that. I may have been thinking it, but I didn't say.
But you don't watch it for their sport and their ability. Bullshit.
How you know? Fish and I have the same argument.
So actually, no, because they really are athletes. So
yes.
So I went to San Diego for Reggie Bush's charity weekend in his football camp, and so. When the camp was over, we all hopped on the jet and we went to Long Beach to compete in this not softball, but in this volleyball tournament. These women that were in this tournament, like Long Beach is like the place where like the top volleyball girls around the world go there and train. And so we're there and we're like playing against them, and they were legit. I mean, like we thought we could play because but no, we couldn't compete with them at all. I mean, this is what they train. They train and stuff like this.
I want them in straight jackets, just like this. Performing in polos?
Oh
zip-ups, and that's it.
That's not a straight jacket.
I know, but it's built like... Could you imagine...
said it, though. You said it.
I know, Joique, but I'm just saying that's almost like a straight jacket. Could you imagine playing volleyball?
That's not even almost like a straight jacket.
What I'm saying is...
At this point, I don't even know when you're joking.
Listen, the guys don't even have tops on when they're playing. The guys are out there shirtless. And, like...
The divers are in Speedos. Like, you can see everything.
Well, can we talk about gymnasts? Like, not only are they, they're like the most fit women you'll ever see in your life, but those leotards leave nothing. Like, I can see every crease on a woman when they're wearing those leotards.
Well, and two,
not complaining, I'm just saying I can't.
Like, you have to, there's like some weird like glue, like deodorant stick type thing that they literally have to like glue those, like the bottom of their leotards to their butt cheeks so they don't like move and like thong. You know what I'm saying?
My suggestion for the Olympics is go back to the original style where everybody was naked.
Are you sure that's the original style?
Yeah.
The Greek Olympics.
Yeah, well, that's where the Olympics started. In Greece.
That's when.
I'd love to see a bunch of. There we go.
But
she clearly plays volleyball.
I think we can all agree that there was nothing sexual about Olivia Breen's outfit.
No.
Literally nothing.
Nothing sexual about that girl's outfit either.
Nothing.
Honestly, like she has a great ass, but that has nothing like sexual to do with it.
It's nothing sexual. She has a great ass.
Well, listen, I'm not blind, okay? Like it's fine. These are the most in shape people in the world. They all have phenomenal bodies.
You have not seen me in one of these bikinis, okay?
Could you imagine Art's pasty ass, jiggly ass in that?
Jiggly?
I could just picture his love handles over that bikini.
Hey, you
stop it!
That pisses me off. When I dropped his wallet off, as I'm walking away, he goes, "Hey, your love handles are showing." I did you a favor. It pisses me off.
The
your
favor
muffin
didn't take away your love handles. That was a nice thing.
I'm a good friend. If I wasn't a good friend, I would have said it over the air in front of millions of people.
So this is bleeding over into the Olympics, right?
So yes, and then Fish, correct me because I was wrong this morning. What was it? So the Norwegian beach volleyball girls were playing in longer spandex, and so they had like an opposite issue where they got fined for wearing shorts too long.
Yeah.
But where were they playing at, Fish? Not the Olympics.
They gave them the option to wear. They gave them the opportunity to go change into something because they were warned that they were going to be fined. But at this point, it's just I'm gonna be fined because I'm gonna do the opposite because you told me to do something else.
Right.
It makes no sense.
No, especially a lot of the Olympics makes no sense this year. Like you hear how they're trying to stop sex at the Olympics.
Right.
You guys hear about this?
Yep.
They gave everybody cardboard beds so they can't handle the weight of 2 people.
Stop thinking that's the reason. That is one of many reasons. It is for the environment.
Condoms
Stop
for the environment?
reading the fight. No,
they gave them.
It's cardboard bed is for the environment.
They're giving out.
No, I know that.
All right, so
I see
they're
that.
giving up. So they're giving
but you
up.
gotta talk both sides.
So they're giving up. So they're trying to stop sex.
They're trying to stop sex. Yes, but they're also using the cardboard beds for the environment. Yeah, and the condoms are not for the Olympics; they're for you to take home.
They're not travel prizes.
No.
Well, they actually. Technically, they are. They are travel.
Czechoslovakia and go smash with these condoms from the Olympics.
Yeah, technically, they are travel prizes traveling back home.
Okay. These are condoms for Olympians.
But the cardboard beds are 2 things. Yes, they're sex, but that's not the main purpose. The main purpose is that they're reusable beds. Because a lot of the Olympic facilities,
Who the hell is
a lot. Okay, well they're recyclable, but a lot of the Olympic
use
facilities.
A cardboard bed and they go out here and run a 9.5, 9.6.
Right. I'm sure they made them comfortable. A lot of the Olympic stuff are not reusable, and you see what happens from Rio, Beijing. They go as a ghost town, and they don't want that because they lose money for just them sitting there.
Sleep on a bed of nails and then run.
Yeah, so that's why they're changing that and making it eco-friendly so that they can reuse all these stuff.
Like where they had the Greece. The Olympics when it was in Greece.
Oh yeah, just
2004.
how desolate it becomes after.
Oh my God.
Sochi, remember Sochi?
Yep.
That is like.
I think like a lot of people from Turkey who migrated there would go to like those campgrounds and just make shelter. It was crazy.
Yeah.
So they're making it so they can reuse the facilities.
The Olympics are a blessing and a curse for a lot of these countries. Like it puts a very big highlight on them and it gives them a lot of revenue and they create a lot of money. But then afterwards, everybody leaves and it's just like, well, we built all these extra buildings, we got all this extra infrastructure, and nothing to fill it.
That sounds familiar. Super Bowl in Detroit.
Well, yeah. I mean, the Super Bowl in Detroit was crazy. Like,
that was bullshit.
There were abandoned buildings downtown that they just opened up. They threw out some folding tables and a cooler, and they were selling beers for $10.
They decorated the. No, this is the crazy thing about that. They were taking buses around downtown.
Oh, picking up the
homeless people, and then taking them out to a shelter out in the. I don't know. Pontiac.
Yeah, just
taking them out
the
to
day.
Pontiac for the week and keeping them there, and then when everybody left, take them back down.
Screw y'all.
That is ridiculous. Like, why can't we help these people?
Right.
Like, what?
Give them all jobs, or
decorating buildings that were abandoned and just making it look good on the outside, and just. I wish we could have a Super Bowl here in, like, say 2030.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was literally a movie set when they had the Super Bowl here. It was just the facade, but behind that facade, it was
Well,
awful.
that's what they did with the paths that people would take to get to the Super Bowl. They repainted buildings, they cleaned up the garbage, they removed the homeless people.
Oh, yeah, we got that stupid bridge on 94 that's shaped like a football.
The
because of
Honolulu
Super
Blue
Bowl.
Bridge.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was awesome. Thank God we have that.
Yeah.
Thank God.
What would we do without that bridge?
So dumb.
Well, there's also some swimsuit issues coming out for Sports Illustrated, and since we're already on the subject, we will talk about that coming up next right here on the Blank and Bell Show on Woodward Sports.
We are here, downtown Fenton, my favorite Bridge Street Exchange.
That's right, and you want to switch up your wardrobe this summer? It's this easy. You ready, Joey?
I'm ready.
All right, you ready? I like it. You want to do it again?
Yeah, let's do it again.
All right. Ooh, Brixton. Nice. One more time?
Yes.
Ooh, I like the hat on this one, too. You ready to do it one more time, Joey?
I'm getting tired. One last one.
All right, let's change it. Bro, where's your shirt? You need new clothes this summer. Bridge Street Exchange in Fenton. That's where you need to go. Thank you, guys. Welcome back to the Blank and Bell Show on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. Thank you for watching on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Make sure you tell your friends, tag a friend, and on the app. The app is very, very important.
Go download the app if you haven't. WSN Live.
Yes, sir. So we were talking a little bit about the Olympics and the uniforms that some of the ladies are wearing there
and
are
bikinis
causing an issue.
People not wearing bikinis. People wearing bikinis. People wearing
too short, long shorts. Like this, they don't know what the hell they're doing. But Sports Illustrated usually has a pretty good idea about who should be on the cover of Sports Illustrated. When I was a kid, Kathy Ireland was everything to me. I still love Kathy Ireland, even though she's a little older now, but that's all right.
Does she follow you on Twitter?
She does not. Britney Spears does, though. Just want to let you know. Free Britney.
Well, it was probably Britney's dad that followed you, actually.
That's fine.
So.
What's up, Britney's dad? Free her. let my bae go.
Let bae go.
I love Britney. She was a crucial part of my adolescence.
Crucial part.
Anyways, moving on.
Crucial part.
Yeah. Her and Janet Jackson growing up were it for me.
Janet Jackson?
Really? Janet. From the If album.
Ooh. Okay.
The Red Velvet Rope Tour, Janet. That's my Janet right there.
Miss
Jackson, if you're nasty. So Sports Illustrated, the swimsuit edition is here, and our very own Jared Goff's girlfriend is being a part of it. And then these three people have graced the cover, and this is Naomi Osaka in the middle. You got Meg the Stallion to the left, and to the right is Lena Bloom, who is the first trans person on the cover. I had to ask Kennedy. I'm not sure what Lena Bloom does for a living, but apparently she's an actress.
Yep, she's an actress, but I haven't seen anything that she's been in. She's been in Fluidity, if anyone's seen that, and then Port Authority.
Nope.
Yeah, I got nothing, but...
What's Port? Is that a movie?
They're both
or
movies.
Both movies?
Yep.
What's the Rotten Tomatoes?
Oh, I will find that out.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. I'd love
Okay.
to know the ratings on those.
I would love to know the ratings on those.
Port Authority has an 83% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay.
Yeah, 83% on the tomato meter and a 78% audience score. So honestly, seems like worth viewing. Most people liked it.
What's it about?
It is the it's a movie.
You know what both
Thank
of the
you,
movies have in common?
It is an R-rated drama.
It's a what? R-rated drama?
Yep.
You know what both of those movies have in common?
What?
They're both better than LeBron James' Space Jam New Legacy movie.
I haven't seen it. Lloyd Plattis. Art looks like Zaddy. What?
Ooh, they're calling Art a Zaddy?
What is
Zaddy?
that?
Art should be on the cover.
What does that mean?
Ooh, like daddy, like sexy zaddy.
I don't know what that means. Is it a
Kennedy
compliment?
over there playing with her hair, looking at you, calling her
No!
Zaddy.
Oh my God!
What's up, Kennedy?
Art is already my, what do you call him? My work husband, Joique likes to say.
Oh,
so.
Hold up, Joique. I didn't make that up.
You did.
Jealousy doesn't look good on you,
I never
Joique.
made that up. I heard you guys say that, and that's why I said it.
I've never said that.
When did we say that?
What? You think I just came up with that
Joique.
on my own?
Jealousy
No,
does not look good on you, buddy. Does not look good on you.
If you want Art to be your work husband, you can have him. I'll share.
There's a lot of me to go around.
Are you a transgender?
No, I can't. This is what's crazy. Is it's 2021 and I don't know how to answer that question. I might be a transgender. I don't know.
I could be.
Transgender? I don't know. I'm afraid to answer.
So obviously 3 women on the cover, 3 black women on the cover for the first
and a double
time.
whammy with the black woman and the transgender.
Yeah, they are servicing up
You
a
have
lot
Mac
of
the
areas.
Stallion. And you have Mac the Stallion. Hold on, go back to Mac the Stallion.
No, we can stay there.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Oh, do you
hold on.
No, stay there.
I want to make a clip of Mac the Stallion real quick.
No, go back.
That she's the first. She's the first female musician who's a rapper to be on the cover. The only other person that's a musician that's ever been on the cover of Sports Illustrated was Beyonce back in 2007. And guess what? What's the fun fact about those two?
Only one of them has been shot in the foot?
No, they're both from Houston, but that's right too.
I don't understand why it's called Sports Illustrated, and yet Megan Thee Stallion is only known for doing track and field.
Well, honestly, like Tyra
Kate
Banks
Upton
never had
wasn't an
anything to do with
athlete.
it.
Kate Upton is a saint.
I agree. I am getting dragged on Twitter right
Plus,
now
she was
for talking about
she's
Kate Upton.
married to an athlete, so that's
She
like,
wasn't when she did the little bomb pop
the second
cover.
they met, they were
that
married.
was my everything
My
when I was
favorite
growing
Kate
up.
Upton thing ever is her doing the Cat Daddy
Oh my
dance.
God! Stop it.
That is my favorite thing ever. Art, if you happen to find that and throw it up,
I might
I'm
be
not
able
gonna
to.
Be mad at
Wait,
you about it.
do her bomb pop cover too. That was my favorite.
You know what? I'd
With
rather
the-
pull up a
with
Megan
the
Thee Stallion
popsicle?
clip if I'm being honest.
Yeah, please pull up the Mac.
Maybe
pull up
I
the
could
Mac
find
the Stallion.
both.
Let's show
Maybe I can
because
find
you got to be athletic to have knees like this. Pull it up.
Wait, what?
Body yada yada
Yada yada yada. You got to have some strong knees.
That's what
And
people are calling
athletic.
the Megan knees now. You
Yeah.
gotta have Megan knees.
You got to have Mag knees. Even athletes don't have these type of knees
No.
that Megan has.
That she has on the cover of this magazine?
No,
Oh,
you'll see what we're talking about.
I
This is
can't.
athletic pro.
I got to be careful with what I play. But
No,
just don't play the audio.
Just don't play the audio.
well, yeah, but there's
Like, you got to hear the beat to it. Yeah.
But
Oh,
on
look.
top of Megan Thee Stallion, all these ladies, it's nice that Jared Goff's girlfriend getting a little run in Sports Illustrated as well. She was a part of the swimsuit week and stuff like that. So,
She is.
and there
Go
she
to her.
is right there.
Shout out
Beautiful
to
young
her.
lady.
Yeah.
Said that she first saw a model in a Sports Illustrated back when she was a young girl, and those were the women who taught her how to love herself.
That's awesome.
Gave
I
her the
learned how to love
confidence.
myself to Sports Illustrated too.
I get it.
Touche.
Masturbation
Touche.
jokes.
No, literally, when I was
Touche.
in 8th grade, Sports Illustrated used to send out the swimsuit issue, but they'd also give you like a daily planner that had the girls in it, and that was my 8th grade planner. And I got kicked out of class for it because Kathy Ireland was ass naked on the front of it.
What
pretty
does your
much.
mom say to that? Like,
My mom bought me the damn subscription.
I love her so much. All right, so we're gonna do a dance
The mom
compilation.
that I met.
Yeah.
Of Megan?
We're gonna do a dance compilation
Here we
between who does it better between.
Oh, Megan's a better dancer, but I can watch Kate bounce all day.
Okay,
All right, do
well,
K first.
Here, well, we'll do Meg.
okay.
Yep, Meg's here. Hang on, let me see.
Meg wins everything. I'm obsessed with her.
Now this is a 13-minute video, so I'm just gonna scroll into. Oh my gosh. Oh.
Hey.
There you go.
Well, you gotta see like her knee. You gotta get like her athletic knees in
It's
there.
my
What
best
she's doing.
friend.
Okay, and then here is.
God, those nails though. Yeah. Get it, Kate. Get it, Kate. Do the
She's
cat daddy.
perfect. I love
Do
her.
the cat daddy. Do the cat daddy. Wait for it. She's about to bust it down for you. There it is. There it is. The moment I fell in love.
What?
Yeah, she's not a good dancer, but I can watch this all day.
What do you mean? Did you say what in a bad way or a good way?
He said what in a bad way.
In a bad way.
How dare you?
Like,
I did grab a bad Megan Thee Stallion video, but it was
like not even close.
But
like,
the thing is copyright. Like even if you like when it comes,
you gotta get her doing the body yada yada yada.
I know, but that's like strictly copyright.
Yeah,
like that will get pulled.
Even if you don't play the audio, you can still get pulled for playing a clip of her.
Oh.
Shit.
If it's from a video.
Does she have like anything on Instagram?
Yeah, she has a lot on Instagram.
IG. I don't understand why he doesn't go to her IG.
I'm sorry that I'm not addicted to her.
I am, so.
It's not hard to find a video on her IG.
Joique Bell, why don't you try doing that while having to change the different cameras? And
we're not changing the camera. You put the camera on us while we're talking. Find the video.
Okay,
and then we take it.
And then people move, so he has to slightly move it to the left or right.
It's big camera. It's not a box. You know we don't do boxes anymore. You know that, right?
Yes.
So we don't have to move left and right.
Harder because he has to do solo shots instead of the box.
We're not doing solo shots.
We're not doing solo shots, Fish. And we'll figure out the formatics of how
it's a full screen.
I have something that will fix this.
Fish. Yeah, I don't know if you know that or not.
I have something that will fix this and that will bring us all together as one, okay? And not you people, as Fish just said. Jeez. All right, here we go.
This is not even her dance. It better be her dancing. This is just pictures.
She has beautiful hair.
She doesn't have any pillows on her bed. That's weird. Oh,
no, there are.
There they are.
Those are Jared Goff girlfriend pillows.
This is not. I'm trying. We don't want to see that. We want to see.
Someone said the TikTok WAP dance challenge. Yeah, Meg probably did that.
Yeah.
Jenna said Joique isn't a boob guy. Apparently, got that right.
Kenny,
I
did
respect
Sports
him
Illustrated swimsuit edition mean anything to you? Like, was it empowering when you were a girl and stuff like that? Like, obviously, Meg was saying.
I just remember growing up in like middle school, my best friend's like bathroom, like family bathroom, had a basket next to the toilet, and they had all the Sports Illustrated in there, and I would just sit there and go through them. Like, I loved them. I loved Kate Upton, still love Kate Upton. I pay attention to who's on the cover every year for sure, but I don't know if it was necessarily like an empowering thing, especially growing up. There wasn't a lot of like different representation like we see now. It was all skinny.
We're gonna get pulled off again.
It was all skinny white girls when I was younger.
Wait, we're still on the air.
So.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I think it's cool now. Kind of what Jared Goff's girlfriend touched on was they do tend to give their models a voice and a personality, and it's just not like, hey, girl with boobs. And it kind of used to be that way.
Right.
But now they're making sure.
Man.
Especially with the SI swim like search that they do over Instagram now, and they have the girls send in videos and why they want to do this, and it gives them a lot more background and relatability now with.
So what you're telling me is the Woodward Sports Swimsuit Edition. We should get on that and take some online registrations.
I want January. I want the calendar for January.
No, it ain't gonna be us, man. It's gonna be the lovely ladies from Detroit.
The lovely ladies from Detroit.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be good, though? Woodward Sports Illustrated Swimsuit Edition?
I had the cops threatened to be called on me because of Kate Upton, actually.
What?
When I was in South Bend, I was doing radio, and I really wanted her to be on my show, and her dad, Fred Upton, visited the South Bend area frequently. So I decided to call the agent live on the show, and she told me to stop, so I gave the agent's number out, and they called me back and said, we had 50 calls. If you do this again, we're going to call the cops. So I just wanted Kate Upton on the show. I'm a big fan. So, yeah.
So needless to say, you didn't get her on the show.
I don't want to talk about it.
Wait, we didn't talk about one of the models. We have to put the GILF up there.
The GILF?
Oh, yeah. You got to put
Kathy Jacobs.
Jacobs on there.
Who's Kathy?
57-year-old absolute smoke show.
Yeah.
Who is their oldest ever swimsuit model for Sports Illustrated.
And I don't think she's ever. I think she's done like a cover back in the 80s in Women's World, like in Women's World.
That's cool.
But like this is the stuff because I think so much in society.
She's beautiful for her
People think
age.
like life is over after like 30. Like you'll hear people say that. And this just shows you no.
She's beautiful
Life's
for how
over
old
after
she
what?
Like
30?
you can be hot.
You can quit saying for how old she is after.
For forever.
Like, if you just left it
saying,
she's beautiful, you'd be fine. But you keep giving them with the caveat.
She looks like that one actress that plays the grandma. in every movie.
Stop objectifying her.
No, I'm just saying.
So the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue is coming out. Those are your cover models, obviously. What's her name right here? She's going to be
Kathy Lee Gifford.
No, Kathy Jacobs.
Kathy Jacobs.
But I don't think she's a cover model. I think she's just a
Why not?
I don't know, Art.
Because the only 3 cover models are the ones we show.
Oh,
Yeah,
sounds a little ageist if you ask me.
Jesus.
Well,
That's Sports Illustrated's problem, not ours.
I think Sports Illustrated is trying to be as inclusive as possible.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is an overreach trying to do this all the time, but I guess it's better than not doing it at all.
Don't they know the title of their name? Sports?
Well,
Fish,
this is
only
the
one
swim
of them.
Since
edition.
like 30 years.
I know, but only one of their athletes are sports.
Right.
And she's been criticized heavily. So.
Right.
The swim edition isn't usually athletes, so it's okay.
Well, I'm definitely going to buy them. I like Sports Illustrated. I've always had them in my house, so yeah. No, it's good. I like who they picked for the cover this year. You happy with that, Joique?
No.
No. No, not at all. Well, we got some things to discuss about the Detroit Tigers coming up next. Al Avila made some public comments yesterday, and a Tiger is done for the season. Dude threw a new no-hitter already, too. We'll talk about that next on Blank and Bell right here on Woodward Sports.
Hey guys, I'm D-Mac.
Hey guys, I'm Pilar.
That was a little slow.
Right.
Hi, I'm D-Mac.
I wasn't ready. I was doing this.
Hi, I'm D-Mac.
Hey, I'm Pilar.
I'm Maz. You're lit. Hi, I'm D-Mac.
I'm Pilar.
I'm Maz. We suck.
You suck.
Catch us Monday to Friday, 3 to 5.
Every day, right here on the hook.
On Woodward Sports Network.
Welcome back to the Woodward Sports Network. This is Blank and Bell. My name is Stick, filling in for Blank. We don't know who that's going to be yet, but the announcement when we make it, you guys are absolutely going to love it. And as long as Joique's happy, we're happy. I went to the Tigers game last night. It got rain delayed till about 9:20, and I walk in about 7 o'clock, and next thing you know, it's starting to pour. They told us it was going to be a delay. They didn't know when it was going to start, so I didn't go to the entire game. Didn't even get to see one pitch. But yesterday, obviously, the big news was Turnbull being out for the season. He threw a big no-hitter this year, and Tommy John surgery just seems to be like something that happens in Major League Baseball. Almost to your point earlier, Joique, about the NFL. It's not how, it's when. And Tommy John surgery just seems to be something every pitcher in the major leagues is getting. But it also seems to be something that we're learning and they can bounce back faster from. But it just sucks to lose a young pitcher who threw a no-hitter this year. Fish, you had your hand up?
What the fuck? Great insight, Joique.
Yeah, I just wanted to know if there was no...
He looked right at me.
If there was no NBA Finals last night, would you have stayed for the...
No.
Most of the time, like maybe 10, 11 o'clock?
No, I got to be in here at 7 a.m. at the latest. I'm not starting a baseball game at 9:30.
What?
Sounds so old.
I didn't
get out of there at 12:30. I'm home at 1:30. Like,
yeah,
come on,
no,
man.
I didn't say the whole game, but I said maybe the first 2 or 3 innings.
I gotta take my Metamucil.
Maybe it was 10 or 11. Because you were up late anyway. Were you watching the NBA Finals?
I stayed up and watched the finals. Yeah, there's a big difference between laying on your couch watching a game and actually being a functional adult at a public event.
I don't know. I don't know if I would rather go to a baseball game or watch the finals.
You said the finals were boring. You'd rather be in a baseball game. Yeah.
You don't like baseball like that?
I like going to the game.
Okay.
I like going to the game. I don't like watching it on TV.
All right.
I don't think I've ever watched a full baseball game on TV ever.
Really? But
ever.
You told me baseball was like your first love.
My first love playing.
Okay.
So I played baseball when I was 8. I'm like, oh, this is what I want to do when I get older. And then with that same breath in that same year,
started playing football.
I started playing football. I said, oh, no, this is what I want to do forever. And so, but I was never a historian of the game, so I just played it. It was like a gateway out of other things I was going through as a kid, so it was fun for me, so I did it.
When did you stop playing baseball?
When I graduated my senior.
Okay.
So they wouldn't let me do 2 sports at Wayne State because I wanted to play baseball and football.
You had that option though, or they just said no? Like, did they say baseball or football at Wayne State?
Well, when I got to Wayne State, other players were playing both sports, but they wouldn't let me do both sports.
Why?
Because I'll give you a perfect example.
You were too valuable on the football
field?
field?
I was too valuable. So they wouldn't let me play basketball. So they wouldn't let me play basketball. Wouldn't let me play baseball. It wouldn't. I went to batting practice one day. I went to batting practice one time, and the head football coach went to the head baseball coach. Said, "Hey, I heard Joique was at batting practice." The baseball coach said, "Who told you that?" "Doesn't matter. I don't want to hear it again." And he never let me go at the batting practice.
I'm sorry. Sometimes the comments come in and I can't ignore them.
Is that the Matlock and Murder, She Wrote comment?
To catch Matlock and Murder, She Wrote. That's why, like, you are an old man. How old are you going to be, 40?
I'm going to be 40 in October, yeah.
God, you're showing it, man.
Yeah.
The old stick that I know.
Is
I'm
that
an
loaded?
old man because I won't wait 2 hours
The
during
old
a
stick
rain
that I
delay?
know, we were going to Elton John karaoke in Royal Oak at the bar till late nights.
The old stick used to host a night show.
Yeah.
Where I was getting off work at 11 p.m. and then raging till 4 a.m. and then I could sleep till noon.
He's
Stick's
the
on a
type,
morning show.
He's the type to call in on purpose so he can watch Price is Right. I almost got it
That's
right.
my favorite show.
Is it loaded?
What?
Yeah,
yes, it is. I was going to wait till the end of the show, but...
All right, so no, because we were talking about athletes being on the cover of Sports Illustrated, and I want to show how athletic Mag Thee Stallion is with her knees. A lot of people can't do this.
Oh.
Those Megan knees are crazy.
Instantly found the right video.
Look at those knees, bro.
Oh, she was like going forward and backwards.
Who's the dude in the background?
That's my dad.
Is that Paul Wall?
It's that Paul Wall.
Doesn't it look like Paul Wall?
That's Mini Wall. We are seconds away from getting...
But it's on IG, though, so I guess...
Yeah,
I think
it's on
you're good.
IG.
I think you're good.
It is IG.
I just want to know what the hell the guy's doing in the background.
He's
Eating food and
he's
enjoying
sitting
the
on
show.
fofos.
Good for him. Is that Megan's man?
I hope not. Look at him.
No.
No, that's not Megan's man.
Her man is Partisan Fountain.
I was going to say, if that's his man, I've got a chance.
Oh, that's what I was hoping for.
He's wearing Christmas pajamas.
But they're in their jammies, so they got to be somewhat comfortable.
Listen,
together.
if I'm with Megan, I'm never wearing PJs.
Yeah, I'm never wearing clothes.
Just the Speedo.
No, party.
Well,
I like party. No.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, that's what she does.
So
That's
Spencer
what she's known
Turnbull.
for. City girls, up 1,000.
Yeah. That is how you get Tommy John surgery.
Yeah, Kennedy upped y'all 1,000 the other day when she said when he was a lawyer, his stock went up plus 100. Hey, it's true. City girls up. You're a city girl. It's cool.
Steven said that his knees hurt just watching that.
I like City Girls. I listen to City Girls.
Are you not a city girl?
I don't think
She's
living
not a city
on the
girl
outskirts
like that.
of Pontiac makes me a city girl.
No, city girl isn't where you're from. It's how you are. It's how you act. That's what it is.
You think I act like a city girl?
A city girl.
A city girl means that you're
you have a city girl is a mentality. So you don't have a city girl mentality?
No, but I was laughing. Someone commented on that video, and I go like this with my hair, and they were like, "Oh, Kennedy's got that attitude. I can see it when she fixes her
But
hair."
a city girl is someone who twerks, but also it scratches keys against someone's car.
I don't do either of those
hood.
things.
Have you ever gotten revenge on an ex like that?
Not like that, no. I normally just drag their name through the mud until
I saw a girl.
Like them.
I saw a city girl take a gallon of gasoline, pour it in the guy's car, throw the gasoline inside the car, girl, light it up, throw it in there, and it blew up and blew her back.
I thought she was maybe doing a nice gesture at first. She's filling up the tank. That was nice.
Oh, nice. What a lovely lady.
Poured it in the back seat, threw the whole can in there, and then lit it up.
Steven said KB is country.
No, Kennedy's raised in the streets, man.
Do the country stick.
Kennedy's raised in the streets.
Oh, yeah. Joique brought that to my attention. Like, Kennedy's from
the mean streets of Waterford.
Are you from Waterford?
I'm from everywhere. So when my parents got divorced, my dad was in Waterford. My mom was in Perrysburg, Ohio, which are two very different vibes, which is probably why I'm somewhere in the middle. My mom's area is very, very
but her dad
suburbs,
lives in a hut now.
Hey, and Kennedy can rap too.
Ooh, spit some bars, K-Dog.
Prove it.
Yeah,
when have I ever rapped?
You was like, I'm from Waterford. I keep a flow.
Here, I got
you. Remember you said that?
I got 16 bars, Kennedy. What
16
we got?
I can't do any bars.
Hey, give us the bars real quick about your sandals. Go.
About what?
About your sandals.
About my sandals?
Yeah, get 16 bars real quick.
Let's go.
These are Birkenstocks. Say something bad, you're gonna get clocked.
Ooh. Okay.
I don't know.
And
Birkenstocks
just went down to 0. Awesome.
And 0 viewers.
City girls
Sorry,
down to
everyone.
1,000. City girls down to 1,000. Come on,
Did
man.
I sound country?
No,
I
you
have an
sound
accent.
good. We just got to put some words together.
Yeah, that's
Gotta
hard
think
for
quick.
me.
Give her a slower beat so she can think.
Okay,
she
hang
can't
on.
think on the fly.
Waterford Kennedy got more drip
Okay,
than
you're supposed to be
Casley.
going right now.
That's a good bar. I could have gone off that. Waterford Kennedy.
That was a good beat, though. Art.
Yeah, Art's
Art,
actually a
that's
good.
pretty good.
Art's a good beatboxer.
All right, give us another beat by. I might hop on the floor. What's up?
You know.
Yeah, let Joique do it.
Let Joique do it.
Hey, you gotta give me a topic. If I
Okay,
gotta go.
the topic is Bell and Blank. Are you ready?
All right, go.
All right.
How many bars? I'm only gonna do 4 bars. Now, give me a slow beat like you get Kenny.
Okay.
I'll do your ad libs.
Oh, he did the play nice one. He's not even. Okay.
Come on, you can't sound the beat when you get excited.
One job.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, one job, literally. You know what? You know. Steven said, "Good try, Kennedy. You tried."
I know.
Good try.
I'm more of an ad libber. Like when I listen to rap in my car, I'll just be like,
you ad-lib?
"Bougie."
You're the Migos?
Yeah, I like to be the backup of the rap.
My favorite ad lib of all time. Remember Petey Pablo, Freak a Leak? Remember that song?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like
What was
when I was working for the radio station.
This is the whitest show ever.
No, when I was working for the radio station, we had to bleep out Petey Pablo saying "in a big dick" like that. But there's a guy in the background going "in a big dick" like, and that one didn't make the edit. So if you listen closely to the radio edit, you'd cut out Petey Pablo, but you'd still hear the hype person in the background yelling. It was one of my favorite things that I was able to play on the radio.
I don't remember that part.
It was hilarious. Ain't scared of a big dick.
That's Petey Pablo.
You don't remember Petey Pablo?
I do remember.
Who am I? Petey Pablo.
Only reason I remember Petey Pablo because like it was like 2000, like when Drumline came out and he was in Drumline.
He was in Drumline.
Supporting role in Drumline.
He was in Drumline, and I remember when Drumline dropped. That was like the biggest thing since Sliced Bread when it came out. Because I was in band, and so all my geeky band friends, we were like, "Oh, we got to go see that!" And it was live. It was live. I can't lie. That's all I know. Well, thanks for tapping into the Blank and Bell show. Is that what we're going with? The Blank and Bell?
Yeah. So it's like
Yeah.
Don't we have like 4 minutes?
Fish, you know what show you're on, right?
It's 3 minutes and some change, actually. If you want to
Okay,
really
so
count.
3.5 minutes.
No, so we're not. Yeah.
Can we
Thanks for
end
tapping
it
in
with
the
Megan
Black
twerking?
and- Yeah, you know what? Yeah, we can end with that.
I can sing all of Body.
All right, go ahead. Sing Body while we play it. Sing.
Someone just commented, though, you guys know this is on the internet forever. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? I kind of forget that sometimes. Like,
It
I
is on
say
the internet
something or do
forever.
something
Yeah.
weird. And
People
I'm
don't
like,
forget.
this will live forever.
Yeah.
And that's very stressful now that I'm thinking about
That
it.
is.
All right, look at
I'm starting to sweat.
Well, on our way out, take a look at these athletic knees. And
Yeah.
we're out. Gang, gang.
Gang, gang.